You're jamming with the hottest disc jockey. DJ Dork Genius. Dork Squad. Dork Squad.
Be sure to send your music and beats over to ThatDorkyReviewShow at gmail.com.
Space. Whoa. Yeah.
Emar got another one.
Roll up. Yeah, go dummy, Kyle. Ayy, 1 spliff, 2 spliffs, 3 spliffs. Roll up, backwood, bamboo. You pick, roll up, rock on, swishers, Dutchess, roll up. I'm up in the clouds and I roll up. And 1 spliff, 2 spliff, 3 spliffs, roll up, backwood, bamboo. You pick, roll up, rock on, swishers, Dutchess, roll up. I'm up in the clouds and I roll up. And pounds of the weed, I roll and then light it up. Say she don't like smoking papers, I really agree. It don't get me high enough. Whoa, I feel like a rocket, the kite is up. Break down the broccoli, I'm high as fuck. Poppy just took me to the order. Drop me the pad, let me move across the border. Fuck with the plug and I'm fucking his daughter. Take me to dab and I'm ready for torture. Yeah. Roll up a 3, I get it, bitch scorching. Smoking on 93, so I feel so important. Yeah. Fuck with the whip like splitting in order. If you get it from me, it's like 23. I'm ballin' like Jordan. Yeah. Try to get me a G, I couldn't afford it. Used to drive a Toyota, my nigga, but shit, now I hop out a foreign. Yeah. 1 spliff, 2 spliffs, 3 spliffs. Roll up, backwood, bamboo. You pick, roll up, rock on, swishers, Dutchess, roll up. I'm up in the clouds and I roll up.
Yeah. I just wanna be happy. Fuck all the bullshit I'm going through. Know what I gotta do. Stop telling me what I'm supposed to do. Know what I gotta do. I just wanna be happy. Fuck all that bullshit I'm going through. Know what I gotta do. Stop telling me what I'm supposed to do. Know what I gotta do. I just wanna be happy. So what word don't love me, I love me. I am the good, bad, and ugly, and gotta say thank you and trust me. 757, no one to heaven. Hey, how my career we're riding so reckless. Can't see that we damaged. Hot water Atlantis. I swim for my family that's deep overstand me. I make shit happen. No question, my hunger, fake shit cannot stop me. I just really wanna be happy. If it ain't one thing, another. For my sister, brother, father, sister, cousin, and uncle. We stuck in the struggle, ain't fighting the lay and I trust you. Fuck you. I'm the one caught on when applying that pressure. Same when I help and I said my shooter see more the jail like Nolan. Tomorrow I promise all I know get got it. Killing my God down, we live by regardless. Sleep on me, no problem, got your own dream probably. I just wanna be happy.
Send that fire to my email, that's ThatDorkyReviewShow@gmail.com.
I don't wanna work today. Feels like the perfect day. Somebody getting hurt today. And it's the first today. Gotta pay my rent. I don't need judge, that hits 2 cents. Fuck it, all my money spent. I'ma still tell my boss I quit. Fuck it. Yeah, I'm in public. Contemplate like it's nothing. Walk the world like I'm rich. Really, I ain't got shit. Yeah, but I'ma make it, baby. Catch my last check, won't save it, baby. I'ma look at my boss like this. Won't flinch. Tell him fuck this shit. I quit. Fucking quit.
If you hate your job,
I quit. Fuck this shit. I quit.
Make sure y'all bring a speaker to your work.
I quit. Fuck this shit. I quit.
Hey. From a corner line right out the door.
I fucking quit. Fuck this shit. I quit.
As we proceed, all genres are accepted. All you gotta do is send it to my email. It's ThatDorkyReviewShow@gmail.com. All genres are accepted. Just don't send us anything that is already on the radio.
Look at the ceiling, I can't let them go.
No title.
Now all these feelings trying to control.
No Apple
but I can't
Music.
seem to. Yeah, I'm dazed and confused. I don't know what to do now. Am I fucked up? I get up from this dark place. Feel empty, but it's crowded up in my headspace. Feel lonely with faces around me. I've been running, but emotions, they found me. Yeah, I'm dazed and confused. I don't know what to do.
We got 4 minutes till we officially start.
Atrapada aquí, adentro de mi mente, tratando de verlo por otros lentes. Ya no me vale estar por toda la gente, peleando con mi trauma como un delincuente.
Be sure to send your music and beats over to ThatDorkyReviewShow at gmail.com.
I know we got the
Get
vibes.
slaughtered too. They antonyms start to holler hoop when they jamming in whack baller grooves. Come on, bro, we know you sold your soul just to get a few bucks till you overdose. Uh-oh, said the wrong thing again. I got no control.
I should probably never rap again, man. I'm getting too old.
Okay.
I can't mess with these goofy rappers. They ain't never had the flow.
Say what?
Yeah, man, I'm about to really make it. At the least I'm going gold. Every time I hop up on a beat, can't nobody ignore.
All I need is a minute, I'ma kill. Cause I'm ill with the skills I've acquired. See, making music is a full-time job, I'm the boss, and ain't nobody getting hired. Get on my level, I'm sorry, you know I'm spitting that 525 8 on the grind. You never get me tired. Somebody said I was dope and everybody got high. I'm always living up in cause I better look in their eyes. Pause. Why you even looking surprised? It's like they said every rapper really got wild. And if you did, that's your own thing. This dope game, want smoke blowing, no motherfuckers is lies. Tuned in during the show, you already know when it's live. Goddamn record child, didn't know you can slide. I got in my mode, start throwing the rhyme, but shut it down 10:30 cause I'm going inside. Yeah, I should probably never rap again, man, I'm getting too old. Said every rapper, step inside the booth, I tell you I couldn't, I swear that I'm too cold. Said every rapper, ready to cause disaster, going a little bit faster. I keep showing I'm a lyrical master, my level ain't got a limit to pass up. I'm the one that people read the track up. Said every rapper,
I should probably never rap again, man. I'm getting too old. I can't mess with these goofy rappers. They ain't never had the flow. Yeah, man, I'm about to really make it. At the least I'm going gold. Every time I hop up on a beat, can't nobody ignore.
I think this vibe was made for me. Heard the vine, it's meant to me. Look at my phone, here reminds me. Finally, I'm thinking late. Maybe I should run away. I just need some time to think. Well, maybe it's just overkill to isolate myself. I just need some time alone. All these thoughts to get hit my eye. How the fuck can I grow when I don't even know myself? How the fuck can I love when I can't even love myself? I've been looking day and night. I've been searching for a sign. Is it right in my eyes? Am I blood in my blood? Think I might just be all these moments happening while I'm trapped in my mind.
1 minute and 21 seconds.
I'm tired and lonely, but I'm
If you're wondering.
all I have is me right now. Music and this side right now. I have so much to say. I just wish I could escape, but now you guys can't relate. Message me in your sad.
1 more minute till we get into the show. Appreciate y'all for tapping in with us today.
I've been praying for forever, Lord, please don't let me let up. I've been praying for forever, Lord, please don't let me let up. Just gonna let all that shit out there. I've been praying for
30
forever,
seconds.
Lord, please don't let me let up. Yeah. I've been praying for forever, Lord, please don't let me let up. I've been working way too hard for me to really just give up. Every day's a fight to get up. My problems nothing but hiccups. I'm focused, no, I won't slip up. I promise that they won't get us. Got my family on the side of me, enemies trying to ride on me. Catch me if you really working on finding me. Chick took my heart, it was a robbery. I was down, but this defining me. Be 100, you shouldn't have lied to me, but they come
come and go like the days, but my nights long. I like to get high, chillin', vibe to the right song. Alone, no snakes, no pythons. Cuddled up with a stranger, but see she ain't the right one. A rose still blooms even in its darkest moments. The grounds of that war you survived, you better own it. That feeling that you hide, do not let him provoke it, and never repeat it if you cannot quote it.
You already know what it is.
You're jamming with the hottest disc jockey. DJ Dork Genius.
I did that pretty good on beat this time with the
Autobots, share the stream.
I forgot the other intro.
Bro, it's 2 in the morning, fell asleep and I'm yawning. Waking up on the lawn, I'm seeing blue and orange. People follow me at school and copy me until I stopped and put my music on. I'm just crawling like a zombie, gnawing on a Nazi, probably in his uniform. Born identity, homie, you've been warned. My brain is soaring like a unicorn.
Alright, if you are new to the show, pretty much we're a live music reaction and review show for independent artists, producers, and bands across the globe. We play all genres, do not be shy. As long as what you are rapping or singing on isn't a instrumental that's on the radio or just simply a whole song that is on the radio. I'm talking about Chris Brown, freaking Kendrick, Drake, Busta Rhymes, Nicki, Migos. Like, it don't matter who you say, if their record or who they are in terms of who they're signed to has a label that kind of puts those kind of blockades in place, there are things that we can't necessarily play on certain lives that we are on right now. We are live via all platforms, and you can you're free to be on your preferred platform of choice. Just make sure you hit that like button, tag an artist, like and subscribe, follow, hit us up on each platform, and do your things. Yes, you can send videos as well. No Tidal or Apple Music. Everything else should be fine. If it's Spotify, if it's YouTube, if it's a SoundCloud, MP3, waves take a little bit longer if it's not from iCloud. So there's just a lot of, different things. We'll go with each one as we proceed. Again, it is 100% free to submit to our show, but you can pay to skip the line if you do want to get played quicker or get more than one of your records played in a back fashion.
Nonsense and Sir Mike, this song's gonna burn like some hot sauce from hot ones in your eyes. Birdman will talk to an actual bird like I'm gonna chew through this beat like a termite. Don't make me put you where actual worms lie. Don't like my old shit, I'm thinking you were high. Like me when I'm looking down at a bird's eye view. When I'm cool, better act like you surprised. Head to McDonald's, I'm about to steal your fries. Standing.
And of course, as always, if we do happen to reach 100, 200, or 300 by the end of any of the episodes, you guys will be able to participate in different giveaways on a show where you can win free beats, free mixes and masters, free skips, and more. As you will see other people who come to the show who have won theirs, and they shit that shit.
I think I've taken too many drugs and I'm in another universe, and I was trying to get buzzed in the studio and do a verse, but now I'm seeing an image of Coolio on Jupiter. If I was in the hospital, I'd probably want to do the nurse. Out of all 80s movies, I'm watching Ferris Bueller first. I'll walk right up to a bully and be like, homie, do your worst. If you don't got any gas, a freaking Razor scooter works. This one ain't for the kiddies, so Super Steve, you can curse. I'm spaced out and I probably should join in. I get it.
Anyways, we have a lot of different things that we do. I appreciate you guys, of course, for being here again. It's always good to see y'all. We are starting a little bit later than I would have wanted, but it is all good. We're gonna go ahead and get started. I always am hoping that, so Gutter Beans won a first priority play on each episode throughout the week kind of situation, right? And the different ways that you guys can use those are if you guys if you have one song that you just now released as a single or a video or whatnot, and you want to basically use that as daily promotion on the show. So you're the first sort of submission in, and we just always recognize you at the beginning, talk about it, you know, a little bit like this as well. There's that way. There's using a different record each episode and doing it that again in that same way, or just sort of coming to the show whenever you decide to get there and then having that one free skip a day throughout the week into the end or whatnot. So he didn't send me anything specific to like, all right, always play this one and then, you know, promote that. We wait for him to eventually pop up or whatnot. But let me see who we got first. I am going to go right into the free line. Foist, J-Dub, we got you. Let's see what you have. Let's see what you have. Shout out to Motown in the building. What's up, man? How are you in my lower claim? I don't even know about my brain. I don't even know about my brain. What up, Oni Jones? Anthony Jones.
I wake in quiet, chasing night. Dreams fade before they've begun. The mirror blurs what I've become. My heartbeat whispers soft and numb. The light feels heavy, not like the sun. I breathe in pain and call it done. Still waiting here, but waiting's done.
There we go, harmonization, come on.
The sky looks tired, painted gray. My hope keeps slipping far away. The world moves fast, I can't stay. I told the ghosts who used to break. They tell me life will still decay. So I just drift and fade away. And whispers soft, that's okay.
How you feel about this one so far? 1 to 10, any feedback is welcome.
Won't stop, it loves to run. The days all blur
feedback is welcome.
into one. My heart beats quiet, almost spun. The weight I carry weighs a ton. The laughter's gone, replaced by none. I write my truth, but hide the fun. I call the night what I become.
Okay.
What I become.
Like certain times when it feels like it's taking a certain shape.
The sky looks tired, painted gray. My hope keeps slipping far away. The world moves fast, I can't stay. I told the ghosts who used to break. They tell me life will still decay. So I just drift and fade away. And whispers soft, that's okay. Yeah,
we shared my stories real quick.
That's okay. That's okay. I drown in my feelings, I have a doubt. Inside my mind, I sit and shout, praying to God that I will get out.
Everybody killing this shit. Like, listen, you go 50, see yourself, you can be the villain and shit. Listen, I am in the building and sit down, thinking a lot of people really don't know if 6 clowns were out of the. Whatever. Couldn't even stop. A lot of movies that, man, I couldn't even watch. A lot of bugs that got speaking so big, I couldn't even squash any of them shits.
Alright, let me go ahead and go over here.
What did y'all think about that? 1 to 10, and y'all feedback is, of course, welcome. Alright, let's go into the.
If there's history with just me hearing any specific artist on the show, and I feel it that it's relevant to the review, I'm always bring things back up to give you that history a little bit, right? Because certain artists we literally get to watch grow, get better over time with certain things. There will always still be other things to work on and things to really focus on, so that the whole of the song can be fully appreciated, right? You know me, I like different tones and variations of those tones. I like melodies when it comes to you singing melodically, auto-tune or not. I always want it to feel like there is a structure, like where you where you go, right? So thinking about choruses not being repetitive, those kinds of elements will allow people to kind of get excited for certain parts as it comes up, right? For me, harmonization is like one of my favorite things when you do it right? If you do the right tones in the right sections, it feels like you truly thought things out and you experimented with different tones and things like that. Sometimes you need to try them and then maybe work with another engineer so they can figure out what all the right tones are that will work. So far, like, you did maybe like one, I think you did one the right way, and then there were other parts where you kind of added a little bit more of just an extra layer real quick, maybe a double, maybe an in and out. And I was waiting for that tone switch in some of those when it comes to the adding harmonization. You know, and so more of it in the right places. Again, if people don't know what harmonization is, and I'm sure you already do, but there are always some who are still learning harmonization in terms of when you are singing melodically on a song, when there is about 3 or so layers of a vocal that you do, and then within that vocal and the tone that you have, if you're singing a song, there are some notes that, all right, let me take 3 and do it one way, and then any other ones that I add will be in a higher tone, a lower tone, different things to make it feel like you have backup singers or potentially a choir kind of singing along with you in certain sections. And when you have the right tones and the octaves doing their thing, man, it just brings the record to life. I do also want to remind you that there are certain filters, maybe effects, that will help you add some of those elements, but I'm always for trying to encourage you guys to do as many things real and as many things from you as possible, right? Because every single day we need to see your talent. We need to see what you are truly able to do. If we brought you to 15 different studios, different pieces of equipment and beats and everything, like, you'd still be able to manage. There never should be an excuse if you have the talent within you, right? So if you're just working with somebody else and they can play guitar, so they can still bring the elements of this record to life, and then you're trying to figure out some other parts that you can, utilize, like, it's being able to still tap into that other side. Often when you work with others too, and then you get that example, you sort of just learn from there and start to utilize it in your arsenal, man. As I say, the more that you do something and the further you get in the game, the actual video game that you're playing, the more skills you are able to earn, depending on the bosses that you defeat. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, we jumped into full gamer mode.
Mommy, he's talking about... Let me stop it. But yeah, big salute. What do you think about that record?
What do you guys think could have been better? Was y'all like, listen, man, that ain't it, man? For me, if I see improvements in artists, right? When I see any kind of improvement in you guys, I'm still one to appreciate that, no matter how far back an artist is and was. Like, I'm always gonna see, like, all right, you listened to the certain stuff that I've said, about this, the certain stuff that others have said, and it's about really just maximizing that feedback and getting the best out of it, man. Let me see. Has potential. The effects are irking my soul, Oni Jones said. There we go. There you go. There you go. And then share the live. Shout out to Freaking J. Let me see. And cooking up some new shit right now. I'll share some, man. But hey, man, you feel this? You sitting that in? Sitting that in right quick. Hold on. Let me make sure that I have my TikTok on my browser over here. Because for whatever reason, sometimes they will block certain things that I need to see on mobile. I'll be like, hey, oh, hey, oh, hey, oh, hey, oh. Okay, we in there. Let me stop it. You're supposed to go back in the cusp and see what we got. Oh yeah, because I was doing two things at once. I need to finish this, get to the specific place, and then I will be able to use this to check on something really quick that we should be in. If you are new to the show,
please send your records to thatDorkyReviewShow@gmail.com or get ready to die. Ha 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 ha.
Bro, it's 2 in the morning, fell asleep and I'm yawning, waking up on the lawn, I'm seeing blue and orange. People follow me to school and copy me until I stopped and put my music on. I'm just crawling like a zombie, gnawing on a Nazi, probably in his uniform. Born identity, homie, you were born. My brain is soaring like a unicorn.
All right. Almost. Okay. Now, as we proceed to give you what you need. We almost there, y'all. We almost there. All right, there we go. Let's get back on in. Let's see. Reflective. We got Gibbs. Is it Gibbs or Gibbs? Let's go ahead and put this in. Reflective. Denver and Memphis type beat. Let's see what's up, man. Y'all know what it is, man. Tis freestyling time. Tis freestyling. Come on. Come on. Motown, you better send some beats, bro. You better send some beats, too. We need a producer's appreciation day, or like I'm gonna have to say pause if I call it a beat off, man. I forgot what freaking, like, what's her name had the perfect name for it, man. You know who I'm talking about? Lyrically poet, all of a sudden, Holly. I forgot what they are really called, but essentially it's like an online kind of meetup where you can link up producers and artists for like the perfect songs. Balls. What a door. Freaking underground in the building too. Freaking, you know what, man? Like, I will be killing you. Like, if we over here is chilling on freaking Halloween, a lot of times I would like be hungry and eat the collard green first. There's a lot of time when I'm ripping it, I'ma freaking like rap anything y'all ain't listening. There's a lot of freaking time where like you sending a beat to the freaking show and you won't even really know if I'm ripping it or I'm randomly talking. Like, listen, dog, when I went up outside, saw some dude randomly walking with like, hey, dog, do you want to listen to my music? He said, dog, I don't really listen to the new shit. I only go and listen to the old shit. And I was like, oh shit, well listen, dog, I got about 4 clips so I can freaking play for you. Listen, dog, he was like, wait, ain't you freaking dorky? I know they know you. I don't know what I'm talking about. Sitting that fire. If you got it. If you got it, I'ma get it. I don't even know. There's a lot of times where I'ma tell you need to know. Hey yo. Up in it round. Out of the sound. There's a lot of times where people that be like, Dorky, can you shut the fuck up, bro? You just fucking around. Like, listen, don't have me have you freaking, I don't know, like somewhere randomly stuck in the ground. And people like, dog, I'ma freaking get this. There's no freaking way that I'ma sit here on a picnic, not freaking eating these MCs. I don't even know what I'm gonna do, but like 10 B's.
would like randomly pop up that I to every artist freaking who are listening but still locked up. Like somehow you'll still find a way. There's a lot of freaking times where you be like, I could say a lot of freaking things that randomly inside my brain, and I don't even really know if like I'm still freaking scared to write a train, cause one time it crashed, and a lot of times you don't know if I'm asked, but you want to be in the chat for like 5 hours, and then you ask like, did I even send, and am I in the class, or am I in the back and shit? People like, Dorky, shut the fuck up, you whacking shit. Listen, I will be able to say that if I had a suitcase, man, I would pack this shit with like your girl booty, well, the back of it. There's a lot of times where I've always wanted to rap about this and then come through. A lot of people like, dog, you be kicking up, kicking dust like when you kung fu, randomly kicking. I also like, let me see. Interesting production. Once again, this is produced by Gibbs. Who could you hear on this? Artist-wise, like for real. Outside of yourselves, everybody always want to put themselves forward. But if you guys were an A&R for the industry, and your job was to get these artists beat, or to get the producers beats to some of the industry artists, who do you hear with this? Get your thoughts, get your thoughts. You know me, man, there's a lot of artists, but there's a lot of producers. I could hear like Andre 3000 and Ludacris. Maybe T.I. We want to go there. That melody, a lot of things I freaking know that you ain't telling me. Freaking I wanna get the green like some celery. Freaking a lot of freaking people always wanna tell me there's no freaking way that you could ever scare a bee. You get stung by it. Matter of fact, you can bring my shit in the production. Oops. Anyways, you said Key Glock. My bad. He said I could hear Dream Chaser, Meek Mills. That'd be a nice one. And then it was going for lo-fi Memphis vibes and stuff like that. Listen, there's something in here, man. Like, again, and like, reputation is everything, right? And I feel like we have for a very long time put Andre 3 Stacks on our tops, right? And the people we put there, it's due to the work that we are really that we've been able to see from them over the years, right? It's more of an if you know, because if some people don't go back to the Outkast projects and of course his solo or the features, if they don't hear the stuff, they'll never know why Andre was put up there. But I do feel like, right, he does need more solo projects, like as to be able to be on a top 10 list of as many people and to really only truly have one solo project. That is crazy. Yes, I know he did one with the flute and then like those didn't count, man. I felt like that, like, okay, express yourself, dude, do what you want, but we need every thought that you had over the past like 20-30 years that we didn't get to hear you in terms of and even like producers. There's so many other producers that popped up over the years that we didn't get to hear you with. We want to see you in different combinations of artists. So I feel like he still owes us an official, you know, like couple of albums and classics, because it's in him. Lauryn Hill didn't get to really fully go there, you know, after her last, and then so she's pretty much just been touring the, you know, a lot of the past stuff. But like, my gosh, if we could get even if okay, the only way they'll do music for real is if they make it with each other, man. Could you imagine an Andre 3 Stacks with Lauryn and them coming with something? That would be
That would be pretty amazing. Hold on, let me do this right quick, and then we'll jump back on in. Get on up. You said it's fire, Motown. Lupe, a good one as well, man. Lupe, man, again, to be someone, even if some people may not see you doing stuff every day, being in the spotlight, to be someone that is still named in these conversations, I think that still matters. There's gonna be different generations that people do suggest when it comes to artists, and then sometimes, man, hearing all of them on the same record in like a cypher kind of style would be something interesting to see. What up, Interface? And as I mentioned, been working on my video editing and music all together, man. Let's clap for that. He said no one listening to that flute project after that first week. Let's be real. I think the people who can truly appreciate it are like maybe producers, because we love sampling stuff, and so we always love looking for different things that we can sample and make into a beat. And so it falls under like a music score, but it's like he just needs to understand that we do care about what he thinks. You do not have, if you don't feel like the content you used to make in terms of subject matter, if you feel like that's not relevant, like literally, like hip-hop has always been about talking about your life, how you think about the world's views, and there's just different situations. And even when you think about some of the more creative songs, like certain records weren't necessarily even about very specific stuff. It was like just very creative, you know, maybe storytelling, maybe something a little bit interesting. I'm thinking about Caroline. You know what I'm saying? Like that was just a kind of fun creative record. So it's like, what's stopping you from even making an album in that vein? But we know that when he gets in the bars, like he does something else that, like, when you pay attention, when you look at the lyrics, you analyze like everything, you appreciate him just on another level. And he needs a full project of that. That's just my opinion or whatnot. I don't want to talk about this for 2 hours, but yeah. What you say? He said as a 40-year-old, he said as a 40-plus-year-old, there's nothing to rap about anymore. That shit's whack. And I see, like, I don't agree with that, right? As I said, whatever you like, the whole job is, can you take the things that you see, you visualize, the way that you think now, can you take that and those ideas and then turn those into a song? Yes, if you're like, we've looked at him as somebody dope, right, and wordplay and writing, but also someone who visually also added a level of comedy to certain things, right? And so making fun of you getting old, like be a little bit in that, like what is that experience like for you? We want to know. Like, I don't know what else to say. What else, Swig? So I listen to Big Boy's solo project a lot, and I like 3 Stacks, but I think Big Boy is the motor, man. You know what I'm saying? So what do they need to do to basically get back on track? Do they need to make another Outkast project and then go solo, or are there other forces at work that have pretty much stopped that? We need to figure that out. Let me see. I think Swig said he has sent a 2-song skip. Swig said he freaking sent a 2-song skip. So listen, dog, I'm about to get a U-Haul quick, and let me
I just need you to. Can you please just go? We all need pizza, so I make weird music. I got
finally,
if you need them.
I'm seeing more love for Big Boy now. You see how the tide turns?
Yeah, I'm a dork, but I stay grounded. They call me in cause I stay clowning. You wanna stay
I see much more love for Big Boy now, and I do like it. I do like it. Hold on, let me plop this in here. I think we still liked Outkast as a whole. The differentiation between them two, and then them really being able to still match energies and coexist like perfectly as the two. And of course, if you guys frequent the community, I've often looked at Freshness Fresh, not Mr. Fresh, Freshness Fresh and Laylo like that when they get together and do certain records or whatnot. I'm still waiting for the official album between them two. They have quite a few records, but official album, we need that. Then when you also add in Motown, maybe like Mellow McLean, like there are certain artists that they will equally work with that start becoming what feels like Goody Mob as a whole. And there's a lot of different combinations that we can really utilize through the community, man. Let me see, where is the swig? I see that. All right, both videos. Let's drop this first one in here. Both of these are from Swig. Give your thoughts in the chat. Any and all feedback is welcome.
I'm gonna kick your ass. Okay? And one of the days you're gonna corner me and I'm gonna kick your ass. Keep
Called
fucking with me, okay?
Blue Black
Now tell
Killing
me,
Fields.
keep fucking with me. I gave you a fucking answer. Now one of these days I'm gonna kick your fucking ass. And it might be this goddamn one. Now you got your fucking answer. Now get out of my goddamn
TikTok be tripping now. They be like, hey, you promote body. I didn't do it. Do it, man. I'm waiting on it.
This ain't for fucking new jacks, new jacks, new jacks, new jacks, new jacks, new jacks. Big beat that ass blue black, blue black, blue black, blue black, blue black, blue black. Ain't say so people move back, move back, move back, move back, move back, move back. This swing, I thought you knew that, knew that, knew that, knew that, knew that, knew that. Yeah, killing bills. I might stub your fight club. Niggas don't like love, they like war. Long night, blow a kiss, I'm trying to coexist. Throw your fist up, this is the anthem. Music take over souls and throw a tantrum. Less Martin Luther, more Minister Malcolm. We champions, you at tampons. Y'all fools ain't my sons, I'm my grandson. Get right back to his rightful owner. Visit my office, make sure you got the right diploma. I'm about to flunk you punks. Writers block you in a funky slump. Should've known your ass is up to something. I'm crew came to eat. Tell me what's up for lunch, chumps. Yo, yo, yo. Do this shit with ease. When I spit, you freeze. MCs hit their knees like they hit my creed to the 10th degree. And salute the king. People stand on your feet. This ain't for fucking new jacks, new jacks, new jacks, new jacks, new jacks, new jacks. Big beat that ass blue black, blue black, blue black, blue black, blue black, blue black. Ain't safe, so people move back, move back, move back, move back, move back, move back.
Yeah, that drum break.
This swing, I thought you knew that, knew that, knew that, knew that, knew that.
I knew that.
Killing bills.
When you ready, go.
Yeah. 10 years in the sarcophagus.
Outside, and sometimes you need to go back
I was
a minute though.
mummified, and y'all niggas dummified rap. Only made it easier for a nigga like me to come back like Imhotep. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Antidepressants, taking suggested. Y'all niggas is desperate. Checking my method. I'm really, really not that aggressive. Cocky, obsessive. Get out the way, cause you blocking my blessings. Woo. Stop messing around with my temperament. These plans I'm about to implement.
What up, Camp David? Welcome back.
It's over your head, simple tense. Niggas on me all on they tracks, but I'm not interested. This a hit record, what you expected? Hearing the essence, giving my message. You're the contestant, any more questions? Shall I proceed? This shit, I'm gon' rap it, yeah. This music is for the mosh pit. I turn around, slap a goth chick. It's venomous when I hawk spit. Make no mistake, this is God's gift. Yeah.
You had it freaking like puzzle, but then I saw it. There's a little time where people be like, nigga, you ain't even freaking hard at all, bro. You the soft
Ain't no COVID-19 standing in the way over here, nigga. Beats. Trying to exterminate this though. I gotta get this music out.
Back to the chorus.
Behind some
Or not. I thought the chorus was gonna come back at least one more time.
Yeah.
Nope.
Summer stands in the autumn.
We're still in the same song.
Summer stands in the autumn. Summer stands in the autumn. Summer stands in the autumn.
All of you, all of the people that gather proof, I don't know what I am gonna do. People don't know if I'd rather know of the abominable, the abominable snowman, the bomb of the dumb of the gum of the bowling.
That's that. It's that type of joint right there. Let me go ahead and hit that clap button. Hip hop to the core, right? There was a small essence of me wanting your vocals just to come up just a bit, right? Like it was almost somewhat hiding behind it or whatnot. That was my main critique, you know. The beat is exactly, I think, where it needs to be. It's a banger. It's something that hits hard, especially with those drums, man. Like, man, the combination of what you are able to do to a record, whether you choose to do something with a sample or go with like bass lines and things like that, there's always many aspects to what we're able to hear. Do agree that there was somewhat of a repetitive aspect in some of the chorus or whatnot, but there are parts that you know, switch it up, that do make things okay. My thing is basically, as long as an artist doesn't go an entire song and do one specific flow, one specific tone, they never change one bit. That's the thing that is a huge pet peeve of mine, right? So as long as you're taking sections, like if I say either 2, 4, or 8 bars, right? Or you take, okay, if I have like 2 or 3 verses, I can switch it up throughout each verse and give people something a little bit different each time, right? Always just remembering to keep whatever you're doing like a roller coaster, right? Roller coasters are very boring if they do one thing. If it goes around in a circle and that's it. If it only goes straight really fast, and then, you know what I'm saying? Like, that is cool. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I want to go on this to just get the wind blowed on my face. Like, that's about it. But when you have the ones that, again, they go up, they go down, they have the loops, they have the side to side, maybe your feet are dangling in the air. There's so many different options to what some of the best roller coasters can have. And I always use the roller coaster analogy because roller coasters that are good are worth waiting in that line for. You guys know it's sometimes 40, 60, 2 hours to get on certain rides, maybe even 3. I literally remember being in certain lines for 3 freaking hours, and then, like, you know, it better be freaking worth it. It can't be no, like, it just goes around in a circle and that's it. You know what I'm saying? So when you think about the roller coaster aspect, it's one of the most important things that you could really bring into any record, any portion of what you are doing on a record, to maintain that. What I feel the chorus is on this is like the anchor. It's sort of like a familiar part where people can come back to. You kind of know where he's going. He changes throughout the course of it in terms of what he's saying. He's not the whole way the blue black, and then that's it. So there's some uniformity. The only thing though is he didn't bring it back. He didn't bring it back towards the end of the song. I always request or recommend that if you are making any record and you do have a chorus on it, always end with the chorus and have another chorus for sort of play. You can talk your shit at the very, very end and then like have it fade out or something like that. But you want to make sure that people are hearing the chorus as many times as possible, right? So you can start the song off with it. You can then go from the chorus into the first verse, into the chorus the second time, And then after that, going back into another verse, bringing the chorus back again. Again, whether you decide to add a bridge and then go back again, the more we get to hear it, the more we can memorize it for the inevitable. If a song is good enough, you perform it, and then we know it too, and then everybody's, you know, throwing their hands up, kind of rapping the song. I think that's what we all want, right? We want to be like, hey, y'all just rap the whole record for me, and I'ma just sit here and we gonna record it so the people can see. Like, y'all want that. Nobody does not want that. Like, we want to be able to know, like, we've done such a good job that people do resonate with it that much. Not everybody gets that treatment, and there are some who might that I think there are others who deserve it far much more, you know what I'm saying? All those within the Dork Squad community, Dork Squad, the review show community. All right, let me see what some of y'all said, but also let me throw the other record so we're ready to play it when we get back into it. I know because sometimes there's an ad or something. Yeah, see you motherfucker. Pay a motherfucker ad. All right, I got that out. We'll come back into that in a second. Thank you for the share. Appreciate that. And David, you know what I'm saying? Okay, mommy, yay, what's up, what's up? So was that the funky drummer in there? Right? And let me see. Yeah, Motown said dope. Let me go about here. Alright, let me see. We in the skip line at the moment, and then I should be back in the free line unless I see a skip. I will let you guys freaking know. Thank you for your patience. And he said the start was great, and then so it has so many good parts, and he said his outro is a 6 start. And then yep, he said almost agree, and then what? And then hold on. He said it's almost there. He said the idea is solid. Those who wub basses. He said what? Those. Oh, you said those wub basses and Reese basses could hit harder, and drum loop can change at times to keep the ear curious and interested. Right. So more change ups. Essentially, maybe making sure the other thing that I usually say, which is to make sure that a song or the beat that you are making feels lived in, right? As a producer, you guys got to look at yourselves as an artist too. It doesn't always necessarily mean you need to get on the record too, but that would also be dope, right? To create the chorus that inspires elements that the artist uses for the record and various things like that. But if you're just on the record itself, you know, you want to still be able to feel your presence and not just have the beat be just like a beat in. So give me a second. All right. Let me see. Let's go ahead and pull the second one in.
First day of therapy. If it's already broke, let it be. Got married through a whale wedding ring. Insecurities come with jealousy. Guess it's goodbye, guess it's c'est la vie. Should I fight for her, should I let her go? Put my heart out on this note I wrote. 2 Birkin bag stones at a rose. I was just talking shit, bluffing. bluffing. Without you, girl, I'm
kind of different.
Nothing. I was just talking shit, bluffing. Damn.
1, 2, 3.
Please don't leave. I want you. Got wants, needs. I can't lose you. Yeah, support and alimony. Had the best time at a ceremony. What happened to love and matrimony? You make the best homemade macaroni. Gotta cherish time when you in the moment. Can't go to sleep, need melatonin. Guess I need time, gotta do some growing. Never let me go, don't leave me lonely. No more fighting and fussing. This experience has been crushing. There's nothing else up for discussion.
1, 2, 3. Give me one reason.
Like, if we were able to see this live,
I love you so much.
I feel like there's a resonance there.
Please don't leave. I want you. Got wants, needs. I can't lose you. Yeah. I can't lose you.
The tones are speaking cool because you don't know. All right. So this one, I think a lot of us are potentially like a little bit half and half with for a few different reasons. It's like there's an aspect of it that we do like, right? Because I do love alternative, heavy metal, punk rock, soft rock, like any aspect of rock that just it feels good is like a vibe like I'm always with. If there's an aspect of hip-hop or anything in there, like it always adds a dope element. And so there are things in here that do have potential. You do start to get into another kind of sort of repetitive nature with a certain approach, right, throughout. And again, I will simply remind you about the variation that I always feel like every record is often needed, so that people don't feel like where you're going in certain sections are predictable, right? There was another aspect of, and I was half and half on this, right? Because some of the tones are a little bit off key at certain parts, and so you do want it to be perfected. Yet at the same time, I did feel like it was refreshing to just hear it as real as possible as well, right? We want to know what you're capable of now, and if there is a need for you to like if the goal is, all right, well, let me make sure that when I get to the live performances, I'm even more spot on with things, and so it doesn't feel like it's off key, unless you're going for that. I'm more of a rapper than a singer. I'm just getting in here, just vibing out. Like there can still be that perfection. It really depends on what kind of vibe anyone is going for. For my brain says if you're going for something more real, keep the tones where they're at. But if you want people to hear you and feel like you belong in that genre first, right? There are artists who will come to the show and they will experiment with both rock or hip hop, right? And we'll see half and half with them. And sometimes the rock genre is 100% like perfect. The vocals that they do to every record feel natural. They can do it both live and on, you know, an instrumental. And then when it comes to the hip hop, they need more work when it comes to the timing, the placement of certain words, making things feel like it's not freestyled and things like that. And then there are the opposite who can rap a lot better. And then when it comes to the rock records, there's still more to do to truly get it in that perfect sort of state, right? Like there are a lot of chill areas of this song, right? But if you blend genres, have a part that gets a little bit more aggressive into a punk rock kind of section, maybe even a dubstep, like you can always blend another genre and bring that other version of you or somebody else out on the record. I like the mini vocals that we were getting. It seemed like we had a female artist on there as well. It made it feel like a kind of band situation. And so there is potential to what I heard. I do definitely want to hear more and really see your best records in that lane as well. This one though is gonna be a little bit different because the timing of like just what the drums do, how the overall beat is. You can't rap normally on this. For rappers who hear it and they want to go in and spit something, you cannot rap the norm. You cannot just take something you wrote to any other record and then just put it to this beat, because it is very specific in terms of its timing and when it sort of like resets, which made you have a very specific approach to it as well. And I feel like maybe it didn't push you to want to really like test yourself and like you know, okay, let me see like if I can get in there with specific flow in this area, rapping fast over here for a freaking second, and you know, like there's always gonna be a little bit more. And what do you say? And it needs mixed work on the vocals for sure. Maybe auto-tune and rhythm changes. Listen. Let's get up. So I am, me personally, I am not a fan of auto-tune on like rock records. I feel like when it comes to certain genres, if it's country, if it's folk, if it's rock, if it's anything that usually has a live band playing the instruments, real guitar, real drummer, real everything, like you want, even if they have auto-tune on the record, you still want to go and see them live and then have them not use auto-tune because you want that natural feel and sound. So I'll always, at the very least, right, if you have a choice between the two, I would say Melodyne versus auto-tune. Auto-tune gives you way more of a robotic effect, like I'm a robot underwater or outer space. There's no way over or around that when it comes to that specific sound. So when you're bending your vocals and doing certain things, like it picks a lot of that up, and it really wobbles your voice a little bit, you know what I'm saying, to say the least. But when it comes to Melodyne, it is the more natural of the two. Literally, you can see your words, your melodies as an actual instrument, essentially. If you've ever made beats and you've messed around with not the samples and things like that, but the actual instruments that they have in some of the programs, you'll know, like you can go in and manually sort of move things to make it a certain tone, right? You can do that with your vocals, so you can literally see where the vocal is at, and if it's off key, move it up, one inch or octave or anything that you want to do, and it'll naturally make sure that your vocal is where it needs to be. And you can still keep your humanity within the record. I feel like one thing that most auto-tune artists end up acquiring is literally the moniker that I just said right now. The moment you add auto-tune to a record, you sort of become a part of the every single person who's ever just simply added it. And certain people look at you immediately as a clone. You know, it really takes a little bit more effort for those artists to really try to impress on anybody outside those genres. They kind of look at you and they think about other artists who, again, have somewhat similar styles, and they'll immediately put you in there. So you want as much as possible to try your best, maintain your humanity. We're already in the, you know, the AI nation today, where we're now competing. We're competing with AI. And some say like AI can never replace. You got to understand, it's not about it replacing. It's not about it replacing. Well, to a certain extent, no, it is. It's not about it replacing us, but it, for some people, right? Like when I did not know how to make music, I just studied and got different programs and got keyboards, and then I tried it myself and then eventually learned. But if AI had existed, I probably wouldn't have went that route immediately, right? And then it would have, to anyone else who understands like the aspect of work, the work for anything that you do, if it's visuals, if it's something musically, that work is what makes the end result of what we're hearing that much more impressive. If someone says, look at this painting right here, and then they go, he made it all with mud and just some specific like technique or something like that. If there's something that can be done with actual talent, that's what we love. We want to be able to say, you wrote that shit is dope, and you put every single aspect of what you have together. When it comes to being even a movie director, a writer, they have ideas in their head. They then have to cast the people who are going to play the roles of the characters, right? They have to get set designs of the actual environments that they have. Like, we know that things take work, and we want to see it. We want to see what you're capable of actually pulling together. Because if you actually are able to pull a good film out of, you know, just simply your head, that literally makes people want to give you more money to go and do it again and see what other genius that you have. But if it doesn't come from you, it feels like cheating, right? So we're always going to be in that conversation, in and out. Yeah, I know we appreciate all aspects of music, and we just really want to promote you guys really being able to get inspired and to try things. I feel like even with people who go immediately for AI making their beats, like, they never know if they can make a beat completely on their own with their own ideas. Like, I want y'all to be able to make that upgrade. All right, we're gonna head back into the free line right about now. Give me a segundo. Hold on. Thank you for your patience. Ergonomics. Let me see what's up. Let me fix your feet. Let me see. All seems tame. All seems tame by Oregonomics. It all seems tame, and if the shit don't seem good, then you know that it all seems lame. I don't know. Let's go ahead and do this.
Love ain't
control all gods, have a fun nickname. All of that, yeah, just seems so tame compared to living with you.
That is the King Elvis. Y'all know how we just love to manipulate shit as a producer. Man, you know, like a lot of the stuff that you had, I think like when you first started sending to the show, that was my initial like first thought of like, man, like the one way that you can tell how good an artist is if they're in a different genre. For us producers, does it feel like something we could sample and make a beat with, right? Chop up certain parts and really build it into something else. And you know, you always fit that criteria. I think about sync license kind of things, but then I also feel like you're able to make things feel like they came out a lot earlier than we're hearing now, whatnot, right? Very much like a hearing records from the OJs, from Elvis, from the Beatles, from, you know, but the underground records, or the ones that didn't necessarily get to see the day of life because they went a different direction with the project that they had, you know. And I do appreciate us being able to get back into some of these lanes. Keep doing your thing. We definitely need to work on some, which we will be soon. Motown said I'd sample it. Swig also had fire emojis within that as well. I mean, again, it brings you into like a certain, I think, timeline, right? Like you think about an earlier decade of music. And what makes it good is if someone's making a new movie that does take place in a certain decade, whether it's 1920s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, whatever it might be, if they can't license the original artist's records and get that exact, you know, song that everybody knows from that era, their next step is to go to artists like you guys who can get into that sound and like really just make something that fits that criteria, makes it a little bit more affordable. You get your song a little bit more upfront. Often, how do you think that even when it comes to like covers and stuff, I talk about like Grey's Anatomy or any of the doctor shows that had came out, always with those shows, with the fireman shows, the cop shows, they always have these moment of clarity. The drama happens, the characters are just talking it over with their significant other or people at the job, and you have a certain song that plays. Sometimes it's a cover of a known song that they couldn't necessarily get the full license to, and so the covers sort of fit that middle ground because it's different. It's not them singing to the instrumental of the original song, it's them taking it in a whole different direction than what the original does have. Still keeping the words, still keeping the melodies, but making it different, as you would with, again, like let's say you take what we have now, and again, how would you turn that into a punk rock record? You got to have different instruments. It's a different tempo altogether. It feels a little bit more hype. There will be more energy in a whole different direction, but it's just about figuring out how to bring that into that respective genre. And for us, hip hop, we sample certain parts, make it rappable, and then like bust a rap on it, maybe keep the chorus in there, and go from that. Let me see if we can hop back into nope, Gutter Beans sent his first priority skip. Let's go ahead and put that in. We'll jump it in as a VIP.
This is the story about a guy named Chris who makes beats. Don't believe me, homie, I made this. I'm on Twitch. What's the recipe for high grade clips? I like Sprite when I got that cherry limeade mix. I'm mighty morphin like a tiny orphan or a whiny dork, so get behind me, Portland. With high endorphins, better hide your cordless as I slide this sword into your eye.
It's gonna be a good day. It's nice and sunny outside, everybody
this is
join
field
me.
day.
Oh yeah, I got the grill going, so for sure play.
By Gutter
And we
Beans.
gon' ball out like we having field day, you heard me? Eh. I wanna start this song off by saying thank God for waking me up and keeping me alive. Damn, he do his job. He do. I got 3 kids at home. Oh nah, I don't wanna see them starve. That's why I go hard every day at my job with no pride. That money you already know that I stack it. Gotta get it. Yeah, for my family, I'ma collect it. Not versatile. They say I'm eclectic. Yes, sir. So give me my crown and don't you dare disrespect it. Check it. Woo. I'm rising up, blazing hotter than the sun. Yep. I invite you all out. Come join me. Let's have some fun. Set up the net, play some volleyball with your cuz. Little kids running around, splashing with they water guns. Ribs on the grill, cold beer on the ice. Yeah, it feels good outside. Yeah, today gon' be nice. Oh yeah, so if you got good green, gon' put it in the air. Roll it up. We gon' make this one an anthem of the year. I feel like today is gonna be a good day. It's nice and sunny outside, everybody join me. Oh yeah, I got the grill going, so for sure play. And we gon' ball out like we having field day. I feel like today is gonna be a good day. It's nice and sunny outside, everybody join me. Oh yeah, I got the grill going, so for sure play. And we gon' ball out like we having field day, you heard me? Eh. Do you remember them sunny days when you was on school break and you would go outside to play with your mates all day? That's no debate. Them was some really good days, but it did hurt if that basketball hit you in the face. But it's okay. Just don't let it discourage you, keep you down. Nah, man. Cause you gotta get back up if you get knocked to the ground. Yes, sir. Turn the beat up, hey, let them hear my sound. Yeah. Damn, it feels good when they sing it out loud. Yes, it do. It's a celebration, everybody pop a bottle. Cause when I make it, I'ma keep going. First stay on the throttle. With no hesitation, cause that's not my model. Nope. Plus when I get cash, I be sharing it fast. Cause I can't take it with me on Barrow. So I wanna make a cheers where everybody know my name. Cause I wanna enjoy life and have fun for the rest of my days. Just because the sun done set, that don't mean that the day done. Meet up by the bonfire, tell a story, everyone. I feel like today is gonna be a good day. It's nice and sunny outside, everybody join me. Oh yeah, I got the grill going, so for sure play. And we gon' ball out like we having field day. I feel like today is gonna be a good day. It's nice and sunny outside, everybody join me. Oh yeah, I got the grill going, so for sure play. And we gon' ball out like we having field day, you heard me?
This is gonna be a freaking good day.
A lot of freaking times you would have get up in the hood hang. Everybody.
Okay, let me go over here and hit the button that allows us to hit the clap. So, honestly, it does feel like something that is a fairly decent morning record, you know, that like wake you up in the morning, or not will wake you up, but as you're waking up, just getting ready for the day. You know what I mean? Like, we always are in need of more of those records, man. I feel like the more that I get, I'll potentially be inspired to bring the morning episodes back again. And, you know, I love starting the show with those records, and I'm always still looking for more, right? There's a kind of professionality to it. It feels like you really did structure this one. You had a well thought out sort of process for taking things on, staying on topic, and really making something that I do feel like can be very positive, right? Just make a video that freaking matches up. There was an element of like, I wish I could mix this. So if you do have the vocals and any of these stems and things like that still, which is another thing. I think we talked about this before, and you said for some of them you do not, because they were older, maybe a different computer or something like that. But it doesn't mean you guys cannot re-record anything if you are willing to try to get things to their best ability. I feel like with any song that is especially your best one, right? Test your records out in any way that you want, right? You can put out the lower quality ones and just to see like how people resonate with the record. But I always believe that the most professional versions of what we can do, those are the ones that people take serious. They want to share it a lot more, because like everything's already clean, it's crisp, like they can hear everything. Nothing's too loud, nothing's too low. It feels like a record that they like and want to co-sign, thus the share, which is, you know, essentially what we do, especially for us as like review shows or reactors. If you have a certain record that you like, or type of music and things like that, or just whatever it might be, people like to see your thoughts on stuff. Everybody may not agree on everything, but there will be things that people do look for your opinion on, specifically to see if they're tripping or not, right? So if there are certain aspects that you're not doing enough or too much of, anything like that will always push people in certain directions. But like, this is a record that I feel like, you know, it's ready for you to take to the best levels, to get in there and do maybe a music video and stuff like that, right? Still obviously get the mix first, but, and I think I might have said something about it feels like at some point you'd have like a kid choir in there. Today is gonna be a good day, you know what I mean? Like some like that, and try it out, see what happens, man. You can really make this something that can be played for kids if you do it the right way. I mean, in addition to whatnot, like it just has the positive vibes that we need. Let's go underwater. Hold your breath.
Bro, it's 2 in the morning, fell asleep and I'm yawning. Waking up on the lawn, I'm seeing blue and orange. People follow me to school and copy me until I stopped and put my music on. I'm just crawling like a zombie, gnawing on a Nazi, probably in his uniform. Born identity, homie, you've been warned. My brain is soaring like a unicorn.
All right, Dirty Dan. Long time no see. Let's see what type of file you sent. Is this a SoundCloud? Is this a SoundCloud? We finna go. Alright. This is Dirty Dan with Tourist with Big C. 513. Big C 513. You don't even know what the hell you're gonna see. Picking a lot of people that can come through when they already went in the whole VIP. No to do.
I'm trying to be seen. It's the forest. Need me a new refurbished crib in France. Run on tourists. Yeah. I cook up and I do big shit when I'm bored. I'm trying to be seen. It's the forest. Yeah. Need me a new refurbished crib in France. Run on tourists. Yeah. I cook up and I do big shit when I'm bored.
Half alive, half dead inside. We checked your name, we heard you tried. I crossed my T's and dotted my I's. I spotted your lies and caught a disguise. They capping so much, I bottled they lies. Full thought on my side and plotted a line. Plotted demises, at least of your cries. When dirty get active, the crime rate rise. Infamous, the shit I seen ridiculous. Can't picture shit. 5-0 talking to the witnesses. I'm on different shit. Mind your business, bitch. Yeah. Mind your business, bitch. I'm on different shit.
I'm trying to be seen. It's the forest. Need me a new refurbished crib in France. Run on tourists. Yeah.
Wake up, sir.
I cook up and I do big shit when I'm bored. I'm trying to be seen. It's the forest. Need me a new refurbished crib in France. Run on tourists. Yeah. I cook up and I do big shit when I'm bored.
I feel like you freaking need to wake up, and everything you just said out your head, man, you made up. And people they always hop on tracks and they may suck, but listen, you always won't have a head if you can't duck. I'm gonna hit that button because I'll say
if you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards.
Calm yourself down, Capital One. It's like that the verse that had the most energy, that's the best part of the record to me, right? When you have a very low energy and something that is just a little bit of a vibe is too chill. It's like you barely feel like you woke up and things like that. You need a beat that has even less sort of going on with it. Not that there's a lot going on and you get overpowered by it, but it still feels like you just went too low with it. And for a chorus, I could see if a section in the verse, but not the chorus or the majority of a verse type of situation. You gotta amp it up a little bit more, man. That beat is kind of dope. I feel like it gets us, really wanting to get in there all hype, but then you come at it with such an energy that doesn't really feel like it inspires much. And look, there are people who that's not only the lane they want to be in, that's the vibe they want to be in. I have heard artists pretty much say when they do things like that, it's the drugs essentially. And doesn't that kind of tell you guys that you need to do something else? You can't use the thing you're taking before you go record as the excuse. We need a real performance from you guys, on the record, to really want to champion you and to truly want to show people your stuff and to want to get excited to want to do a song with you. So the switch ups, the variation, the hearing you really feeling a record, that is what is always going to impress us. But I feel like the consensus should be make the record sober, right? Make the record sober. Make sure that you have all the best ideas and lines that you can And then if you want to take whatever you have as you're about to listen to it to get an out of body experience kind of situation, like that's probably the best order of ways to do it, because when you go in and then you start to actually try to perform your song, some cases you barely realize you didn't say a word there. You didn't say it with enough pronunciation, so people don't know what you're saying, or they just straight up will classify it as mumble rap. And I do think you guys know what to do. What you got? 4 song back to back? Let me see. He said excited to show you these new ones. We got a 4 song back to back coming up in just a moment. And he said, damn, and then he's a new artist. And like, listen, I know. And he said, what's the first guy I barely could understand? You see what I'm saying though? Like, those are the comments that we should never have with any artist. I feel like for all artists who decide to kind of get into a mumble rap territory, or just not thinking that the words are going to matter, and y'all be saying some shit too, but the way that it's performed doesn't necessarily impress people in the way that it needs to. And so again, I do want to see an elevation. I know not everybody is trying to go after the throne. Not everybody is trying to compete with the best of the best. Not everybody is even trying to be in that Mount Rushmore. But I know, like, as an artist, as a producer, as everything, I know that it's in all of you. Like, you want to have that recognition in something. You want people to basically to be able to say that you're not wasting your time, and you've done so good of a job that you belong as someone, as a part of any kind of list. The way to get there is to make sure that you are top notch with everything. You got to amp it up times 100 to truly like stand out. So I feel like what he did there, he can ramp it up when it comes to like the energy and really making what he says stand out, and maybe even have an almost comedic kind of effect, because I hear a personality, but a like, why are you waking me up right now to record this kind of vibe. We just need that. Let me go ahead and put this 4 song back to back in before we jump back into the free line potential.
Am I up in an alternate dimension where I hopped inside a comic from a Comic-Con convention? No matter how I try to talk, my kids will never listen. So every morning you go find them running through the kitchen or hopping on the dishes. See, what I really go through is just none of your business. You're all about the witness.
You're all about the witness. I think you sent it in a few different emails, right? You 3 and 4 in the last, and then 1 and 2 are in 2 separate ones. So we'll get it like that. We shall get it like that. We gotta go. 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 All right, first one is Paint and Smile. I will throw this thing in just a moment.
What if I called you late that night? What if you never said goodbye? Yeah, you let all the anger get to you. You know you don't know how to handle you. What if I, so many what ifs, but what if you kill me now, kill me right now, and when I die, paint on a smile, paint a smile on my face, that way every day remains the same. Bury me down, and for a cover, throw down a flower.
Bury 30 seconds to Martha.
Throw a flower when that you've heard it all 1,000 times before. Yeah, you believe everything, that's what you do. You're used to abuse and being used. What if you take it all away and you take me to kill me now, kill me right now. And when I die, paint on a smile, paint a smile on my face. That way every day remains the same. Bury me down, and pour a cover, throw down a flower, throw a flower with your name. That way when I die, you're next to me.
Man. So I thought of two things while I was listening to this song. First and foremost, I love what you did. Overall, production was, something nice. There are certain parts that did make me feel like certain aspects could be a little bit more cleaner, or again, like really wanting that full live performance with both a band and the artist. Like you have, of course, the voice to 100% go with what we're hearing. It feels very natural. And honestly, I did kind of want to know if there was any like 30 Seconds to Mars influence, right? Because it does make me think of that, their, at least what I considered their biggest hit, you know what I'm saying, with it, that they did. Like it reminds me of that song, but like blended with like a little bit of Blink 182, Green Day. Like there's a few different areas. Then there was one other song that I cannot remember the band from, but I think they were in between like the 80s and the 90s. I was trying to figure out what song it was. But I love the sound and just how close everything is able to get to that. Even with the sort of going in between that alternative and then right into heavy metal, and for me, like that kind of variation, right? Going into different genres, blending things in there. It's what made Linkin Park so dope as well, because they had that and they added in a level of hip hop, but you had basically something for everybody. So there was no excuse for people to really not invite you to, that certain event, because you'd have records that could be a little bit more acoustic and jump right into a full-on, metal or death metal if you can get in there. Like as always, by any means, man, do what you gotta do. 2 minutes and 42 seconds in terms of just this record. Usually on the show, I'm always talking about song length and wanting most artists to figure out a way to make anything longer if it feels like it is a little bit short. But that's always going to depend on the performance from the artist, what's going on with the production, and if it really feels like it gets out way too early, right? Like we don't want to feel like you guys are rushing out of a record, and so more time when it comes to the production is more time for you as an artist to showcase yourself and truly hopefully win them over by the end of the song, if it's the only one that people are able to hear from you. And in most cases, like there are artists who will wait forever to even hop on the beat that comes. You think it's a beat at first, and then they just pop up out of nowhere, and you're like, man, you wasted all that time, when like if you're making a record short, get in there and do your thing. But yeah, I thought everything was decent. Didn't really feel short to me. If you want to add other aspects, some rappers, some female artist or something like that would be completely up to you. You guys have the freedom to pretty much do what you want, especially with the rock and any subgenre that goes down as well. Absolutely, you know what I'm saying? It's a 30 seconds to Mars beat, you know what I'm saying? The drums attract that kind of melody and stuff like that. So yep, there we go. And let me see. Then Paul was like, "What up?" He said, "Don't think so." Let me see. I hop in when I can, maybe once a week. Try the interface. And then were you here last time I was here? Nah, probably not. But you gotta see. And it's definitely 30 seconds. It's funny how, but what's hilarious is like when you have a very specific sound, like literally think about that, right? It's another reason why I truly always want, when it comes to production, for you guys as producers to still embrace that form of originality, to work hard and find your specific sound, because literally people can almost spot it from a mile away. They hear when Timberland had a very specific sound, Dr. Dre had a very specific sound, Pharrell, Swiss Beats, like they use very specific elements in their production where you can tell they have a hand in what's going on. There are writers, right? I like talking about this because then you think about like, okay, Babyface wrote a song for Madonna one time and you can hear the essence of Babyface in that song. He's not on it with her, but it feels like he could have also took that song just for himself as well. But it worked for Madonna and gave her something a little bit more different, softer, more R&B centric. And she, with her voice, she makes it work. But you love that you're able to see a collab in that way where you are able to see it work. And in those cases when it's, oh yeah, I got the drummer from so-and-so, or that person who wrote that song, they came in and did mine. Like, we love that aspect of collabing when it comes to rock, when it comes to R&B. We give you the leeway of still being able to collab with anybody as long as there's some kind of work there. And often we may even ask like, what's the what are they like in the studio, and what was it like making a certain record. So we want to just express the importance of making sure you guys can maintain, know that it does matter to have a sound that is very specific to you, so that it can be picked up by somebody else, right? People will go, oh man, that's that, insert your artist name, insert your producer name here. You want people to know like just what you do specifically as well, right? So figuring that out, man, is part of the journey, and I love it. This is the second of 4 songs. We got Dusk. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
From dusk till the dawn, I wanna make you scream. Scream out my name. From dusk till the dawn, I want your body on top of me. Till night turns the sun, stars align, we are one. Baby, you're all that I want. From dusk till the dawn, we can talk with our bodies. I'm putting it in, digging it down, legs in the air, we fucking around. We just want that gold medal.
Big sleep,
I'm pulling your hair, you're making sounds. Knock on the wall, let's fuck on the ground. We don't need any rose petals. Your love is a drug, addicted now. Sex is so high, we ain't cooling down. Saying my name, moaning it out loud. Look in my eyes. scream. Scream out my name. From dusk till the dawn, I want your body on top of me. Till night turns the sun, stars align, we are one. Baby, you're all that I want. From dusk till the dawn, we could talk with our bodies. You're licking me up, feeling me down. Fingers navigate around, going to different levels. From the north down to the south, tracing me using your mouth. You're as hot as the devil. We're up, down, toss and turn all around. Breathing heavy and breathing loud. Oh, speed up, slow down, right there. Whoa, now forget my name, you're calling me Daddy now. From dusk till the dawn, I wanna make you scream. Scream out my name. From dusk till the dawn, I want your body on top of me. Till night turns the sun, stars align, we are one. Baby, you're all that I want. From dusk till the dawn, we could talk with our bodies. From dusk till the dawn.
What I like about this. Hold on, let me get that share button right quick. Do this thing right here. Okay. Never gives me like another time if I can do something. Man, again, like each time he's able to get in there, I think this one even feels like it has an even better quality to it, right? I could hear it on the radio. It's that as you're just driving to your destination kind of record, whether it's the end of the night, start of the freaking day, middle of the day, and you know, you're just going through it. That record when you're fed up with something or you're just on a little adventure. It just has a lot of different vibes to it. Something that would make both a great lyric video, right? You just have some images in the back or whatnot, something like always have something moving, something that feels like there is a little bit of a video going on in some way, and then, you know, throw the lyrics up as well in whatever kind of way that you have. I would look up and kind of look into typography, because that is a type of lyric video that is both kind of animated and has lyrics at the same time, right? Just to describe it a little bit more, sometimes the things that are said in the record will pop up on screen in terms of the image, or the words will transform into some of the images as it goes through certain parts and things like that. It just has more creativity. There's more movement. When the letters, you know, come up, some of them will, you know, change, switch sizes, like all kinds of. If you see a few, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But there's more professionality there. You can also do a real music video and then also have it be a lyric video at the same time. Whatever the case, you just gotta figure out that professionality, how to get there, and you guys will pretty much be okay. What was the overall time on this? I think this one was a little bit longer, which was 3 minutes and 12 seconds. Bubba.
From dusk till the dawn, I wanna make.
And I always want to remind you, like, we do a thing where if you have an acoustic guitar on your record, in some way, like if it's just an acoustic guitar, we tell you about the version of the record that could have like a live band kind of situation, or, you know, what we have with yours right now, where there are different elements, there's actual production, the kick drums, and you know what I'm saying? Like it feels like things were done to it, right? And for you, literally simply letting you know about the opposite, that you still should make as well. Just a version where it's just you playing guitar or somebody else and then you singing the same song, right? You can do it in a different tempo as well, which would be nice for anybody. Like there's some that need that fresh version of the record. Also, it keeps it fresh for you. Literally, if you think about performing any song that you guys have right now, if you're gonna do it to the same instrumental every time, or bring your record up every time, if you do something, whatever it is, it doesn't matter, eventually you're gonna get bored with that, right? It doesn't matter how many times people request that song, you'll be like, that one, you know, eventually you'll get there. But the way you keep it fresh is by making sure that you have one of many ways to perform that same record. You can even manipulate the crowd's energy by changing how, or the different version that you might be doing. If you see that people are kind of like restless and they look bored, you do the next record a little bit faster, make it something that is more upbeat. For example, right, we know what this one sounds like,
Scream, scream out my name.
But we could,
from dusk till the dawn, I want your body on top of me. Till night turns the sun, stars align, we are one, baby, you're
like, it depends on what you truly want to do.
From dusk till the dawn, we can talk with our body.
Like it's up to you. If you have especially a live band that can literally change on the whim, you can pick what tempo you want to go at, what BPM essentially, and do the same record, all the same words, all the same melodies. You just kind of need to change how the energy erupts. And then there's of course piano as well. There are so many elements. You could bring in a saxophone player. I want to remind you guys of that as well. Think about more than just what you have immediately in front of you. If it's just the beat, think about being an executive producer in some ways, right? Literally, if you ever come in contact with someone who can play guitar, a play trumpet, have a saxophone, flute, whatever it is, bring them to the studio. Let that be another thing that you can potentially add to the record. And even if you don't use it, you'll still have the idea. You'll have the inspiration there to maybe even build something else out of whatever else you might get. But like, I often look at those situations as like you also kind of featuring that musician. And you know, it really is the best way to support the artist community while also, you know, kind of getting on the things that you are making. This one was dope. What did you guys think of that? Give yourselves a round of applause as we go through two more from him. Hold up, we ain't done yet. That was song number 2. He had a 4-song back to back. So mission, and we will go in there and do our thing. Hold on. So finding my way to you. Finding my way to you. Baby, see. Which of the 4? Hold up. So which of the 4 do you guys like best? All right. The overall question is, which of the 4 do you guys like best in terms of, if you could only choose one to be on the radio consistently through the next 6 to 8 months, or 12, whatever. Like, you know how it feels to hear something over and over again. You turn on the TV, you open your phone, go to any website, you hear the song. Which one are you not going to get tired of quick, that you'd be excited to see both a live performance at a venue that you might be at, or we talk about the radio and music video treatments and stuff. Hold on, let me get back into it. I should go back to the beginning. 1, 2, 3. Artist community collabs going crazy. Yeah, there.
Sometimes I'd rather dream, rather die in my sleep. Doesn't make sense to you, but it makes sense to me. It feels so good to see you being so close to me, even if it's fantasy, even if it's fantasy. The thought of you's enough. Got my ram on the run. I don't wanna wake up when I am so close to you. Watching the life of me, chasing the ghost of you. Where will I end up? Every day somewhere new. I am sleepwalking, finding my way to you. Wake up heavy in the days. Did I really see your face? Been years and you look the same. I'd imagine things have changed. The thought of you's enough.
It's like you embody different bands each time. Think about like POD.
I don't wanna wake up when I am so close to you. Watching the life of me, chasing the ghost of you. Where will I end up? Every day somewhere new. I am sleepwalking, finding my way to you. Finding my way to you. Finding my way to you. I am sleepwalking, finding my way to you. Watching the life of me, chase the ghost of you. I don't wanna wake up when I am so close to you. Watching the life of me, chasing the ghost of you. Where will I end up? Every day somewhere new. I am sleepwalking, finding my way to you.
Endangered Species coming to a theater near you. Big freaking salute. You already know what it is, man. I like how he's truly able to get into each lane, right? I like the selection of production. Also want to re-thank you for even not only coming to the show, but to like for artists who are often in different lanes, right? And so in most occasions it's like rock, maybe EDM, dubstep, reggaeton. Like we'll have different genres that they don't know if they can send in, or if we're a one genre kind of show. And so I do almost beg you guys who are in the different genres to like help get the word out about our shows, so we can really embrace a lot more of the genres that are out there. Rock is something that I've always had a relationship with as well. So when you get in there and really embody different sounds that we've heard from other bands, like any style, it takes work to truly get in there and hit certain tones, make sure that you have the energy that that goes in there and fluctuates and really still maximizes what you can do. And I appreciate that effort like within there, right? Now I'm half and half about the auto-tune being in the actual record, because literally if you were here a little bit ago, I think we did say that I don't always feel like auto-tune goes with rock records, because when it comes to live performances, it's always been about the real, like you actually being able to be up there and give your actual talent, right? It's why tiny desks became much more popular than just a standard kind of, you know, concert from the artist. There's something about being a little bit closer, right? Because y'all know, like if y'all at a concert or you're watching it, usually again the camera, you know, it goes up close for a bit, you go far away, so you get to see how far some people are. They're not always up in center, up in close, and even then you're hearing the audio come from like there's an ambiance, and it'll be coming from like certain speakers and being heard from a certain distance, so you're not always gonna get the best feel and sound. However, with a tiny desk, people both at the show, because it's more intimate, it's a little bit more, you know, close up, you have a live band, you have real elements going on, and being able to hear any freaking artist song. I'm telling you this right now, there's not an artist who has done one that I have been able to hate on, because it's almost like I've waited for those moments of just seeing like an actual artistry. We've had too many artists who either freestyle a lot or punch in way too much, and then you don't get to really see them truly perform a song without like their vocals and things like that. So when we can, right, it doesn't matter what it was, you could have a record with all these 808s and random things in it. If you do it live and you have real elements bringing it to life, the respect that you will get is like no other, man. Like quite literally, there was recently one from Trippie Redd, man, and I was like, I literally put in the comments like this was the only way that I was really gonna sit here and listen to Trippie Redd. I literally put that in the comments and said he did a good job or whatnot. Again, seeing you perform and do your things, no effects, no auto-tune, just get in there, sing what you know, let us see you come prepared, right? Juvenile got in there, did his thing. T-Pain got in there, did his thing. We had the Locks, of course, absolutely love that. Tierra Whack got in there. Kevin freaking Hart, who we didn't really know he was rapping like that or whatnot, but just kind of went in there and freestyled and just had fun with the crowd, man. Like he just showed how easy it is to just get in there and do your thing. Not necessarily the same thing that he did, right? I think the only other person I would want to see that from would be Harry Mack, because that's what he does. It's his realm, and I feel like he would do what he does best, right? Get words from the audience and then, you know, turn that into a dope ass verse and stuff like that. Let me see. That always come to the show when I get no music. This place is a vibe and no judgment zone. I appreciate all the feedback, man. I appreciate you. Anybody who takes the feedback, there will be some times where you get a little bit more criticism. Okay, you get a little bit more. And never take it personal. All right, always know that the whole thing, like art in general, is always like, all right, let me try to make some shit. I hope people rock with it. Some people will, some people won't, but the fun is in knowing what people really think about it, right? If you did a piece of art, if you're in that gallery and you're walking around, you're trying to see what people think about the pieces, and sometimes they don't even know you're standing there. In most cases, you know, if they do, again, they're still gonna be brutally honest. If it's too simple, if there's more that can happen with the record, the vocals, the overall mix, if it feels like there just needs to be a little bit more aspects taken seriously. Sometimes it's going from independent recording ourselves to going to a studio, being in that booth, having the aspects of a better quality mic and making sure that we just get everything down to where there is no excuses. You just need to have the vocals in certain quality. Again, we'll get into things if we hear them, but overall, it is never any hate. If you ever feel like we're going too hard on you, speak up. But I do remind you that you want people to let you know exactly if a song you might have, if it's something they would just skip, go to the next record, and what might have made them do that. If maybe it wasn't enough energy, it was a wrong beat choice that they just kind of didn't like the beat. I've had literally a lot of that, like just as someone going and searching for random music where I don't like the beat, and you don't get too far into the song or whatnot. The artist may be good, but you're always looking for the best song from every artist. This last one from him is called Your Hero.
S on my chest, call me Superman. I am here to save the day. My hand, take it, pack up what you need, cause I'm bringing you with me. I know that you wanna leave, wanna change your scenery, but you have no way to go. Let me be that for you, be that for me. Let me be your hero. I wanna be your hero. Your hero. I wanna be your hero.
What up, OG? Tiffy Bomb in the Bell now. Sitting that fire last record you had 10 last time was fire.
I wanna be your hero.
Thank you.
I know money
Thank
ain't been a thing. Who needs that anyways? Pack your bag, let's go. We don't gotta say anything. Save that for another day. We may never come back home. I know that you wanna leave, wanna see different things,
They
but
can
you
imagine
have no
this
way to
live.
go. Let me be that for you, be that for me. Let me be your hero. I wanna be your hero. Your hero. I wanna be your hero.
I wanna be your hero.
What y'all think? Spider-Verse soundtrack?
Heroes don't need a cape to save the day. It could be anybody. You should look my way. Your hero, your hero. I wanna be your hero. Your hero, your hero. I wanna be your hero. Your hero. I wanna be your hero.
Big Hero 6. 2.
I wanna be your hero.
Definitely a celebration track. We did it, kind of. We did it. right, so that one had a lot more energy within it. Does 100% feel like a track that can go in many places. And whether it's a Pixar movie, Disney does a lot of things where, again, they have a lot of hero kind of situations, right? If you want to talk about Spider-Man, that's one. In terms of like the Spider-Verse films that will be coming up soon. There is Big Hero 6, which, you know, was actually a decent film itself. If this had came out before that, this would have definitely been on the soundtrack 100%. I can just hear it. There's a good energy to it, so it feels like something that would be at the end of the movie. Credits are starting to roll, and then, you know, they just show you either different silhouettes of scenes from the movie, like, you know how they do. But it definitely feels like it would be within that, right? If it's a moment in the movie, it's a full-on action scene where they're just saving the day, doing their thing, and things are going pretty much fine or whatnot. And so it does have that element. I think with all of the records that you sent, you showed your ability to get into pretty much any of them vocally and do the right tones. I want to thank you for not being super repetitive, right? Because shout out to melodic artists who sent to my show who for some reason sometimes will do very little when it comes to the melodies that they add. They don't trust themselves as much to think about sometimes more than 2 to 3 tones, or there's a monotone-ness to them. And then we got to hear you guys go up in octaves, and really, depending on what type of record you guys are making, just treat it like artists in other genres, R&B, rock, like they sing to their heart's content, even if they can't, and just to try to get their emotion out. And it's really about trying to find what are the best songs, what are the best words that we really have to say to really get in there and kind of do our things properly or whatnot. And then again, once we make a decent record, like if people can see it in the movies, the TV shows, the video games, like it's something that you really want to fight for as much as you can. And yeah, what is up? And yeah, good vibes indeed, man. All right, so let me see what we got. I know there's another skip in the lineup. It's a 3-song back to back, but also I was going to double this as the pay it forward.
I know so many people in here passing through who have no idea what is happening until they do. If I was up in the game, then I would probably have to do cheats, cause I can't see a thing up in his hash. And where the hell is Coon Street? 100 locks up on his box, it wasn't meant to be. And I ain't got no time to mess with armless naked entities and nurses with syringes, apparitions. It's a scary place, and someone with a scary face just shouldn't mess with Harry Mason.
Because I said if someone sent another standard skip, I would add them to the thing, because he did send a amount. Let me just get I'll do yours first, and then I'll throw Decoded. It's Decoded. He goes it. He knows that he floated. We gonna. All right, big freaking salute. Shout out to everybody if you can tap in right now. If you are just now tapped in, welcome to That Dorky Review Show. I am your host, Nonsense, aka Dork Genius. Hold on. All right, this is Interface with Intro Vert. the visuals.
Ew.
Look at it, look at it, look at it. Everybody freaking get something on a mother ever freaking play the pan and they cooking it. I don't know what the hell, but I'ma look at this then. When I freaking go back to the whole store. It's a lot of time when I wanna be able to feel like I don't even know if I want it no more. You're like, what are you doing?
I'm looking at the forest and trees.
All y'all know, y'all don't know what like Thor can it be. What do you want us to focus on? The video or the song? Video and the song. There's a lot of
Pack the bags and close the door. Pack the bags and close the door. Please don't leave me on my own. Pack the bags and close the door. There's so much more that I can get. Don't let me rise, don't let me go my own. There's so much more that I can get. Bags and close the door. Bags and close the door.
Listen, dog, there's a lot of time where like people freaking really don't really want you to piss them off, and sometimes I don't really want to be able to say freaking hopefully nobody ever rips you off because it's freaking dope. There's a lot of time where I freaking clean myself with freaking soap, and we could go to places and I know we could open doors, and I don't even know if I would ever be frozen if I know that I could bring some clothes and freaking. Get a mallet. Really just looking and tripping on this whole color palette. Everybody knows that they don't even really know ever what my freaking style is. Sometimes I know that I just really need someone to smile at. Chilling with wildcats. People need to come and bring the crowd back. People also like how the fuck did your mind like never ever have freaking clouds. That's a secret. People also don't know if they'd ever be able to keep shit. Big freaking salute, man. Hey, first I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to hit the clap button. Now, ultimately, I think every producer is bound by the ideas that they have and work on, and so we do. You can give us whatever information you can in terms of like how much you do when it does come to production and things like that, right? Because there are different types of producers, right? We'll just go through them and you can tell me. I mean, again, give me your overall just reign on like how much you, because there are programs that have like sequences, right? They are already ready made with like, all right, here's the whole drum pattern, here's the whole melody, and then some artists will kind of just drag and drop those things in and then kind of compile things where they want, right? And then so often I call those puzzle piece producers, but then there are those that like, no, I want to think of the melody, I want to think of the exact placement of every drum, so they get in there meticulously, and then they think about what like maybe the vocals we were hearing within there, how those are remixed and blended into the overall occasion. Like there could even be you starting with those vocals and then building around it and letting that inspire where the rest of the record goes or whatnot. I know how just like the remixes that we as producers will do will come out. But overall, again, I haven't read the chat yet, but I love to just give information for every different type of artist and producer out there. knowing that like the more the ideas completely come from you and not like, okay, everything was already made, I'm just dragging and dropping, and you don't change nothing. You don't change the tempo. You don't like, oh, you know what, let me mute this part right here, let me change the octave of this section. Like, you gotta make it yours, right? So if there are aspects of that within things, we will always be more impressed these days, because we do have a lot of producers or artists who will use AI elements. It's now created this sort of weird in between where we gotta see you guys kind of at work, see that you truly do know how to come up with some of the different records, remixes, beats, and things like that. It's the proof in the pudding that inspires people even more. Like, listen, if you're trying to sell certain production, you got to understand there's something personal that comes with literally seeing the artist paint the thing. You know what I'm saying? And for producers, it's us making a beat. If we can show people us doing that, like, there's more of a like, oh, I need to get to this first kind of feel, whether it's like, just let me freestyle to it real quick, or actually buy it, put it on the record, because you know that the more people that hear it, they're gonna also like it and probably want these same things. So you want to get access to whatever that is. Overall, I liked everything that I heard and saw, right? Like, to be honest, like, there's no criticism that I have. I just simply wanted to give that information out there for the different type of producers that we might have. There's both the whole, you know, AI aspect, and then those that don't necessarily add anything to just the elements that they've dragged and dropped. Even when you sample something, if you just loop the sample and you don't necessarily add drums, you don't chop it up and do something to it, there's an element of like, it's cool, like, we like the sample that you have found, but you didn't do anything new that any old person couldn't have done, right? It's about, for sample producers, it's about how you flip the beat. Oh, they did that like this, man, that's dope, right? But overall, yeah, I like that. And then the visuals, man, like, listen, something very, very trippy, soundscapey. It was nothing too crazy. It's not like a person in it. It's more of just like images of the world and environments with different kind of color palettes around it. It does feel like things were changing and doing things on beat, at least. So there was some work that felt like it went into there. If there's any other suggestion I could add, it's like making it into a lyric video, but it's not necessarily that type of, it's not a song, right? You are a producer where you are the artist, and sometimes you guys will take certain vocals and remix them into other pieces of production, but you are the artist, right? You get in, you DJ, maybe you do a set at a certain event, and then you have the different mixes that you have come up with and played around with different things or whatnot, right? You get that one sample that everybody knows, and you go, what's this? Like, you flipped it in some cool way. Like, we know what's up, man. So big salute. And he says, on my own template, there you go, that I've been working on for years, you know what I'm saying? And obviously I use samples. No, ain't nothing wrong with that. And you said 80% sound design and writing, and then I changed everything. Bro, about to start going live, making my song. I'm saying, but like everyone can utilize that information, right? Like, you need, if there's a talent that you have, show people, not just by making the thing, but by giving them that sort of in process to like how much work you do and the ideas that you do freaking have. Like, we love to see collabs and just those moments. Why do you think we went to the freaking movies to see, like, look, so when Jay-Z was dropping the Black album, right? If you were around that time, Jay-Z was dropping the Black album, right? It was supposed to be his last album, right? Quote unquote. And with that, he was also gonna have a movie drop that basically showed the making of that album. And so we got to see him in the studio with Timbaland, in the studio with Rick Rubin, with everybody on each song, and then watch him perform a few and everything. And that experience of really watching an artist come up with, like, you know, some of what was like the best work of his life, right? It was supposed to be a culmination of everything he had learned up to that point, trying to pay homage to his older styles and the newer ones, and really get in there with each producer, from Dr. Dre, I think he had a ninth, he had pretty much everybody, right? And so overall, man, it's really about just showing people that you have that talent to get in there and make something. So we got to do it. You said Dudu. I did say Dudu. You know, we have the three from the quartet. Let's go ahead and put those in. More production. So if you guys enjoy these, enjoy them again or something. No, enjoy them. Hit him up. And after these three, we should be back in the free line. This one's called Hip Hop. Is this a song? Because you said 3 songs in the thing. Could be a song or a beat. Could be a song or a beat. Wouldn't even know if I freaking skip. I don't even really know what it's like happening, but people freaking don't know if, like, we die. If we jumped off a building, it's a lot of freaking time where you don't know if I killed it, or I freaking want to be able to say that I'm freaking hotter than hotter than a skillet. I really try to go a lot of places. People don't know what to say because they're racist. They don't know where to take this. Every single time that I go out freaking side, I'm like, man, I need some braces, because I don't know. There's a lot of times where I have never been to Idaho. He said, I need the beat. He needs the beat. He needs the beat already. I don't know what to do, but I'd let me go freaking cross the street. I don't even really know what's happening, but an apostrophe of the... I love them drums too. 1, 2, 3. Hey. There's a lot of times when I don't even know if I'm a rhyme. There's a lot of times where I don't need, but no, what is even freaking on my mind, dude? I wanna freaking go, but slow it. Freaking, there's a lot of times I think I'm a poet. I really do gotta slow it for me. Magically delicious. But how slow? There's a lot of time where, like, you wanna run a race, so now go. Listen, I don't even know what to do, but people freaking like you, freaking not stupid. I don't like your style, bro. And every single time I say something to make you laugh, there's a look on your face and I see you smile, bro. And I don't know what's happening, but there's a lot of freaking people who got every chick that they know they down for. Anything, I don't know what's happening, but I'm a rap, and people freaking know that every single day you get slapped if you ain't even saying the right thing, and people freaking don't know if they ever go get a tight chain. Damn it. Honestly, this one can go either direction with that tempo. Right one is the fast one. Now, this one could be a little bit more club centric if you go with the tempo that you have now. I do feel like there could be other elements as well added in terms of the melodies, Don't just leave it up to the artist to do their job within there, right? As I always say, make a beat feel lived in. Basically meaning that you want to feel like the producer and the artist are really a part of the track the entire way through, right? And if that really is the case, you will often hear it. You'll hear like, okay, the artist heard the beat, they went in, did their thing, sent their vocals back to the producer, or they were recorded by the producer, who then was able to go back in the beat and then add more elements on top of, around, and even sometimes inspired by what the artist did. It's really about like maximizing every single aspect of the record and what it can be. Because sometimes, again, we'll have our just like basic thought of what any sort of piece of production can be. We'll sort of like put it out there, and an artist will get on and just do something very different that makes us think about all types of ways. Oh, you know what, I should have dropped the drums right here, should have did this, that. And then there's also really knowing where a potential chorus would come, a potential bridge. All of the things that you do as a producer will inspire the artist to do a little bit more. That includes getting other artists on shit with us. Like, some people assume that every artist wants to be on a record alone. Sometimes we looking for stuff for ciphers, right? And or 2 or 3 artists in addition to us. So we do often need a little bit more time. For those that do not know how to extend a beat on their own, you are that direct line to like making sure that it's perfect, and will have more ideas as that beat grows. So it's always up to you to really just get in there and do that. We got Getting Tipsy, which is your second one. Is that guy? He was like, I need that beat though. Hey. He need that beat. He need that beat. He need that beat, yeah. He need that beat. I'm trying to figure out where it's gonna go tonally. Where you gonna go tonally? Is there a lot of time where I wanna freaking wonder where I am on the beat? People be like, there's a lot of freaking time where you never like broccoli. People also like, listen, there's a lot of time where you wanna get a lot of money, have a lot of freaking pounds of fees in that whole thing. There's a lot of time where you freaking wanna go into a whole place, but you can't steal shit, cause when you do, then you know you got to freeze. There's a lot of time where you didn't want a freaking dog, but you got one anyway. Then you got a cat now, you freaking mad at yourself cause you got 2 fleas. When you back in it, listen, you fell out the car when you crashed because you didn't fasten it. I don't know what the hell's happening. No freaking, you know what that was when I had a black Nintendo. Sometimes I know that I can't just get Joe. Wait, what? I gotta wake up. People are sleeping, you know you can wake up. All of the people and chicks who freaking go look good with the makeup. Hey, hey. R&B singer or rapper? Who do you want on this shit? Let's go with that. Be sure to send that again. Send it again, decode it. You know what, man, I'ma go with all of the things that I'm throwing. People, they know they're gonna throw it. All of the people who show the thing in the tone, the ring in the tone. That bass is gonna get some people. Probably good or bad. A little bit of EQ can make sure. There's a lot of time you just wanna dance, you just moving feet because you seen some ants and you don't even know if you're gonna move your hands, but I think you can, even though you think you can.
not the Zetas. Look at drop the Zetas when the pasta Zetas when the not the Zetas.
Big salute. So that one, obviously, something more dance-centric, right? You can get that in the club, a little bit of a party track kind of situation. I always want to remind artists as well that, like, honestly, with every record, it's up to you, the type of content that you want to put on it, but artists don't have to immediately go into, like, oh, it's a dance-esque kind of beat. Let me talk about them dancing so that they'll dance to, like, as long as the beat is there and it's danceable, like, you can get in there and make something fun, something creative, and people will still be able to dance to it. Now, yes, if you more specific like that, it will give you a very specific percentage for people who, like, you specifically, let me say this dance move so people do that shit. Like, if you want to create something that gets people sort of moving and creating something for the TikToks and YouTubes and different things like that, it's really making sure that you, I guess, you can get in there. Like, it will elevate it a little bit more. But I've heard songs where, again, artists just rap. They just get in there and rap, and they're not necessarily saying anything specific, and people will still be able to kind of get that inspiration of something to do, but still pertaining to your words in some way. There was part of me that did want slightly more clarity out of you know, anything you substitute as a snare, and then I think a little bit more EQ for the low end on that bass, just so we can make sure that it's not too much, doesn't overblow things. We can hear the tone. We just need it to be perfect. All right, last one before we get back in the free line. Last one before we get in the free line. There's a lot of freaking people who just need to know they are gonna be fine. There's a lot of movies that I know I wouldn't have, like, rewind. If it was on tape, there's a lot of things that I know I'm gonna take. What if you met a freaking girl who had no face? I am in some place where I see a violin. Sometimes people be freaking seeing the world, and then there's a lot of things like violence in it.
There's a lot of people who don't know what to do, and your mama can say that she don't know if you could, but you know.
Who do y'all hear on that? Something. Sometimes freaking a lot of times you can freaking look at the light, but it's kind of dark. A lot of times I don't even really know if I want to get up on it like whole beating and flow, but people are freaking know like they don't even know if I'm like equal to yo freaking whole show. Freaking I don't even know what I'm doing, but he getting blown. A lot of times I don't even want to frequently go to freaking a place that I don't even know if like what I would even freaking do, nor do I know what I'm gonna say if people like play this. I'm like, wait, 8-6 hours and then I play it though. Freaking there's a lot of time when you ain't saying no. What up? Yo! Cautious, what up? Welcome back. want to think that like violin-esque section is a someone, and then this guitar. Right? Okay, so we'll talk about it as we go into the review. So I really do like this one, as I feel like there's a few different genres that can attack it. Yes, you can get a rapper, you know what I'm saying, would be plain and simple, but I think there's a few genres, right? If anything with an acoustic guitar can really paint something within the alternative or R&B kind of genre, depending on what's going on there. And again, this feels like the content on it from an artist would be very driven, very heartfelt, the story of a lost love kind of, you know, scenario. And what, like the aspect that I talked about a little bit earlier, right, of like seeing the work, it goes deep, right? Because I remember watching videos from Ryan Leslie, who had a few pieces of content where it was him showing a little bit of his process, right? And so he literally from scratch went and did every part, right? Played the drums for the drums, had another one where he used the MPC as well, but he had the drums. He went in and actually played the trumpet himself, went and played guitar for another section, got on the keys and did things, and you got to see like the elements really come to life, right? Now, even if we do it in the other type of way, like finding the right sound bites, the right samples, putting them in the right orders that allow an artist to really feel like there's a song structure that they can go with. Because if there isn't a song structure, most artists just kind of go into a very randomized mode, and sometimes don't even put a chorus in a section if they're not someone to necessarily count bars. They look for the beat often to bring them to those sections. Sometimes you'll have certain elements that will come in, again, violin, and those will be the telltale signs. But you're on the right path with that one right there, man. Again, you could see that performed live by a band. Imagine that. Again, this is why we want as many things to be done by us as possible, because if you are involved in every process of what we hear, when it comes to any melody, placement of things, when you then hear like a orchestra or something like that, bring like your work to life, the ideas that you had completely in your head brought out. When you hear and see those situations, there's a form of just honor, of just like, man, like this is why I love making music, that you can get, right? Every now and then we'll have AI artists or just people who use AI elements in their thing, and I'm always trying to remind them, like, that's what you guys miss out on to a certain extent. And again, I know that other side of, I know the feeling that those that like it get, because for them, let me explain it to y'all, right? For them, what they feel is that moment when you hear something dope, right? Like when you are, maybe you're going through samples, you know, themselves, and you hear that dope sample, gives you that stank face, you know, oh, I need to sample that, right? You immediately go, you think about the drums, chopping it up. You have that experience of, again, hearing something but still wanting to add more to it, knowing that you're gonna switch the tempo or the octave or things like that. But then there are those who they only really feel the minimal, or again, they they basically want that I don't know what's about to happen yet feeling, right? So you could put your beat through and then an artist will just pop out in their minds, right? A whole artist just got on my song and it's something dope, and it had to do with the topic that I put in there. And so it's hearing the unknown just immediately pop up. What they do miss out on though is that journey of searching for the right artist, maybe the right artist happening upon them, or again them being able to know that they should be an artist themselves and really try to bring something to life. If they immediately go to AI for any of those things, we don't get to congratulate you for your work getting into a certain feel, a certain sound, thinking about a melody, and then there are those things or whatnot. But we have many different accolades for what we're truly able to see different people do or whatnot. I appreciate your production. Some are more sample heavy, some are more MIDI heavy. Depends really. Yep, I agree. And he said for me, it's a mix of samples, one shots, yeah, original melodies, and I make my MIDI, man. Again, we all about just giving you guys that inspiration to know why when we have conversations about AI and different things, it's really not wanting people to lose sight of anything that you do, not shying away from the work, right? Getting writer's block and then like still figuring it out without getting that help, whether it be from a person or AI itself. Like I always love to all right, at the end of the day, I made this. If people like it, I get to have all of that feeling of it came from me. Any other idea that would come from anybody else or an AI kind of situation, I just wouldn't feel as comfortable taking credit for, because it's something that's kind of, even if you're inputting an idea, we know that it analyzes other existing ideas. It's hard to not sort of like feel that. All right, let me see what we got. We're back in the free line. Is this a can't wait for Christmas, man? It's a nigga can't wait for Christmas. Make it so close to Halloween, huh? Can't wait for Christmas. And I can't wait for Christmas. I gotta see how this feels.
I've been patiently waiting for this time. It's my favorite time of year, I cannot lie. Another Christmas time is near, let's bring it on. I feel some joy in the air, can't wait for Christmas. Can't wait for Christmas. Can't wait for Christmas.
I can't wait, no. I can't wait, no.
For Christmas.
I can't wait for Christmas. I can't wait. Look, hanging up a stocking, stuffing candy in my pocket, and the sleigh bell rocking, so I'm trying to see what's poppin'. Riding with my mama, spending all day shopping, but I'm only 6 years old, I ain't really got an option. Grandma came along singing carols and songs, don't know what's going on, but I wanna go home. She said, hey Mally, lend me your voice, won't you help me choose some toys for a couple little boys? I ain't trying to hear that noise, but I still took a pick. I said I like that, and he might like this. Now here's a little secret about this wish list. Woke up on Christmas and there were my gifts. Wow.
Nice. Can't wait for Christmas.
That was nice.
Can't wait for Christmas.
Yeah, the bars there, but I don't think that you're hearing it. Freaking, I know there's lots of these things.
Can't wait for Christmas.
Can't wait for Christmas. Sorry.
Yeah. The lights on the tree got the whole crib lit just to see my kids
a smile is all I need as a gift. I remember growing up and never having a tree. December 25th was just a regular day to me, but now I can't wait to see the joy on their face. I left my past in the past and gave them all I never had. I love spending time with my family and friends, the ones that's here and got more flying in. Good music and food and plus a gang of presents. This the time of year that brings a feeling straight from heaven. Nothing but good vibes and I hate to see it end. Can't wait till next year so we can do it again.
Christmas. Can't wait for Christmas.
Listen, man, I can't wait. And listen, if you don't get nothing, then I can't hate. Sometimes freaking I want to be able to say that some people should really get an ashtray. Freaking I know that freaking I want to be able to freaking say that if you got dope shit, then that's great. There's a time where people, they just can't wait. But what happened, people also freaking know that Santa probably is back because freaking all of the MCs that he ate. Can't wait for Christmas. All right, so I like this, right? Y'all got in there, did your thing. It is a unique record to send around this time, right? I mean, that really proves how, I suppose, timeless a record can be in a different genre in a different time. Like somehow it didn't feel out of place. Like it doesn't feel like it fits Halloween, but it does feel like it would make the perfect, record to play around Christmas or whatnot, right? So around the holidays, I think with these, we ask two questions, all right? So is it something that you can listen to outside of the holiday, or is it something that just comes back around annually and you get back around and show it its love? Or show it love as you go through. For me, I feel like it does have a resonance of dopeness. I think it will probably be more closer to a Christmas thing, just because again it's really very much in that theme. I always challenge you guys to do these things. I want an album. Like this is one song, but I'm hoping that there's a plan for an album because I do want more of your guys' stuff to be able to pull out every year, right? Have something annual where we go through a specific playlist, and as it grows, like you get to hear many of the things. I want to have enough to at least just have some kind of that dorky fireplace kind of situation that y'all can tap into. Have the music playing throughout the night, and it's a good amount of stuff, right? So eventually we will be able to get there. This definitely has that resonance, right? Yeah, some on the chorus, he got in there, did his thing. Hearing you and Mellow McLean more on records together is special because again, when you have some sort of history throughout the community or the show, we're able to really talk about that stuff, right? And so for a long time, he would come to the show. We didn't even know that he did music himself, but he would send us Mellow McLean and really be an avid supporter of making sure he would get him out there. So he really took a lot of just selfless time, making sure to help another artist out. That is, of course, his fam. But it meant a lot to see people doing that at all throughout the community, but it means more when then all of a sudden, like, you did music yourself all the time. No, you did music yourself as well, but you just kind of took a backseat for a bit to be a little bit more proactive and help your peoples out, man. And I appreciated being able to see you starting to do your own thing, and then now when we're able to hear you on the records with them as well, it just solidifies things in a dope way. In the same way where Brung, you know what I'm saying, if you remember, Brung, he always would send Forever 40, an artist from his camp, that eventually he started getting on records with Forever 40 as well. And again, I'm like, man, first off, y'all never said y'all did music. Also, you didn't say you had produced before as well. So that was something that we found out over time when you finally started sending beats to the show. Like, that made me wonder, like, man, he could have sent beats like a lot earlier, unless he wanted to get more into a different tip at a certain time. But not bad. And let me see. And then what do you think the mix needs, man? Let me see.
Bring it on. It's near, this time is near.
Okay, so with those vocals, just like having more of a like delay, reverb, like even if there's no auto-tune, like we still love an atmosphere kind of being within there, right? There's a almost like, it almost sounds like it's coming from someone, like in the music video, it's pointed at a TV, and then that,
waiting for this time.
you know, it's coming from something almost being sung from a Coke can. So there's like a little bit of a quality, but certain things can come out with certain effects.
No, I can't wait.
Mellow seemed fine. He had the quality and everything there.
The voice, won't you help me? I'm sure December 25th was just a regular day to me, but now I can't wait to see the joy on their face.
Like, you guys had pretty much like the best quality within there, and we just need a little bit more within that chorus. Another layer wouldn't be bad as well.
Time is near, I feel some joy. Can't wait for Christmas.
Because he gets in there, and like, look, let me ask you this question, right? Did he only provide you with one extra vocal? Because there are times where certain artists will do that, right? Or if they're doing a chorus, for whatever reason, they think 2 vocals is enough. But making sure to add 3 or more for these reasons. You want the chorus to really come off like either a choir or backup singers like being on the record with you. And so if you did have 2 artists also being your backup singers that are basically, again, you have to do those things yourself with that extra, you know, vocal. And don't just let me take the other vocal I did and then clone it and then throw it on the other. All it does is make the one vocal louder. You have to do 3 vocal signatures that are the same tone. And then for those, you pan the other 2 to the left and the right, right? It could be 100% to the left, 100% to the right. And if you add any more, if it's in the same tone, or doing harmonization with other octaves, you can pan those in different, like 75% left and right, 1 in the middle. But you always want to make sure that you have that surround sound kind of feel. Some things, just make sure that they don't sound dry, and, you know, add that right amount of reverb that makes it feel a little bit more lived in. Yeah. All right, let me get back into defeat line right about freaking now. We're gonna go see what's up as we curve right back into what we do at the show. El Matador. Let's see what you got.
Tastes like money.
These
to Oliver eating.
Okay, man. Jeez Louise. done.
Dead of night and morning, keep with me in the moment. I let you had I known it.
While trying to forecast tornadoes, there's a ton of data, computer models, imagery, and layers to analyze. Upper level winds.
What? What the freak?
The lower level winds. Surface winds, temperatures, and dew points. Potential energy. The cap. The spin in the atmosphere.
I'm so
Actual
lost.
Photographs from space. It's all enough to make your head.
Gotta check out around the store, not by it.
After you choose your target area, you can check several weather models to see if and how precipitation is.
Why all this stuff in the beginning? But I like this beat. I don't even know what the heck I am supposed to eat. There's a lot of times where I just think I fall asleep. If I don't know what the heck you freaking need to keep. I don't know, we gotta hit that button. I really like the beat though. Then you let it die where you ain't not gotta be slow. People also know that I don't even really see though. Point of this shit. A lot of times you kinda want to smoke a joint, but it's sick. And
Nothing's ever wrong. Shit, when these rappers try to make a clever song, no matter what they do, we'll never get along. They think the COVID now will never share a bomb. I've been trying to fix the rap game for the longest. I ain't gonna lie, man, your rap's really garbage. Speak what's on my mind, cause I'm actually honest. You feel this in your eye and your back and your arm check.
okay, first and foremost, I am lost because it's like a whole different thing at the very beginning of the, you know what I mean? It's almost like, let me put this thing in there and so people will think that's what it is. And then you bring other audio into it, and so I'm all like, what? I don't know what to pay attention to. Then you play this other beat while you're walking through the God knows where. But I like that beat. However, I'm still being distracted by the other audio, and then at some point I feel like you were trying to maybe like freestyle or something like that on it, but you take it serious, man. Like, I think the intro is a little bit too long and confusing and more of a clickbait kind of thing. And I need to see the potential, like, real work within it, especially with that kind of beat. I like that enough to almost had wanted to hop on if it was you know, if it just had, if you had made a good song to it. Don't mess around, don't just do whatever, and please go to a studio or get the right equipment. You just need a decent mic, maybe a computer. If you don't have that, there are connections that you can buy that are affordable that will attach to your phone, and that way whatever program you're recording in, you're still gonna get a clean vocal going in. But we need to see you really being an artist, especially with a beat like that. Like, I can only imagine with the right artist. And you know, don't let us say that, you know, be the right artist and let us, you know, just enjoy what you do type ish. What up, what up? What up, Kane? Listen, there's a lot of times where I am just abstaining. Is this obsessed?
Is this hard all you see?
What y'all doing tonight?
Don't you run away. Oh Lord, don't separate from me.
That might be too low for you, man.
Don't depart.
They said I'm the only dork here who's laid in a brain. I gotta ask my freaking doctor what it takes to be strange. I will hit you fucking rappers in the face with a cane while you on a fucking train watching snakes on a plane. I don't know what the hell happened.
Where's the gunshot? Oh my gosh, 2 in a row, man. And from you, I'm used to hearing way better songs, right? Like you've had things that 100% I've said could be on movie soundtracks, and you often hearken to a very specific moment. For this one, I think the energy was with the tone and the energy was way too low, right? It has to be pleasing aesthetically to our ear for us to want to really champion the song and sing it back to you and do karaoke with it and all that. I think you need to go up a few more octaves. That's it. Just go up a few more octaves. I know your abilities. I know what you're able to do. This one just feels like you're trying to sing the song in secret, and so you're really not using a lot of your energy, and it's almost like you're crying in the bushes, and you know what I'm saying? Yeah, someone stole your wife and now you're crying in the bushes, man. We don't have anything other than the plum pum but I do think you can do better, man. So always believe in yourself. Gotta believe it. Let me see. Thunderground, you are next up. We are back into the free line. If anybody is trying to send a skip.
Yo, 9 cents and Sir Mike, this song's gonna burn like some hot sauce from hot ones in your eyes. Birdman will talk to an actual bird like I'm gonna chew through this beat like a termite. Don't make me put you where actual worms lie. Don't like my old shit, I'm thinking you were high. Like me when I'm looking down at a bird's eye view. When I'm cool, better act like you surprised. Head to McDonald's, I'm about to steal your fries.
Alright, we got a beat potentially from Tales from the Crates. Or not. Let me see. Oh my gosh. Don't play it. Don't play it. It's gonna play like 2 ads. Let me press this so I can make sure it goes, because I feel like it's gonna go to something else. I feel like you're going, oh no, Revenge from Tales by the Crates. Let me also take this off. Boom, shaka, laka. Boom, shaka, flocka. Doo doo. It's still playing an ad, so I gotta wait. Waiting for ad. Waiting for ad. Yes, I'm waiting for the freaking ad. How many songs can we submit? It's 1 song per artist in the free line, unless you send a skip, which would be available for multiple songs. Wait, this is not the one, man. Why does it keep going there? Revenge is what you said.
All right, you primitive screwheads, listen up.
Back up. You get a back up. Everybody back up before you get smacked up. There's a lot of times I'm rolling by in a black truck. There's a lot of freaking people who know freaking there's a lot of times where you freaking probably don't want to like pay all of your taxes. But you gotta make sure that if you freaking do that, freaking you gotta make sure that you backflip. Cause there's a lot of time for people to watch a movie with somebody who ain't even freaking real. No actress randomly freaking walked up. I don't know why. There's other time where I really like wanna go and get high, but people that hide stuff and I don't know what the hell I'ma do, but I found things to hide up in. Fucking, I don't know what the hell I'm about to do, but I know I wanna go and eat some piece of pasta. And you can freaking make sure that freaking if you got weed, and you can freaking look at me and say that he's a rasta. He's a monster when it comes to the freaking rhymes. I don't even know how I'm gonna be doing this all the time. I'm just trying to make sure that I can freaking like make sure that you can send this gift either from PayPal, the Chime, or Cash App. You know you getting your ass clapped. Freaking there's a lot of like time where I can ask that whole freaking question. Anybody knows that when I'm up in the whole seeking session, I'm over here asking the whole. Let me go. Like again, these are from Tales from the Crates, produced by the Beat Chef. Thunderground Radio. So how about if We're a duo, 1 song per person. You'd have to send a 2 song back-to-backs, or if they're 2 separate songs, he has to be in the building too, and then just like give you guys each send your songs and stuff. Over y'all gotta be up in the shit. I don't know what the hell to do, but I have businesses. And also freaking I wanna be able to say that I don't even really know if I like really could have ripped this quick or just went back. So what I always say with these, right? Tales from the Crates. Tales from the Crates from the Beat Chef pretty much is a beat tape, but themed for Halloween, right? So as you can hear, it's hip hop, it's that 90s boom bap sort of style. But I think it's pretty dope to kind of play on the day, trying to get ready for the festivities. If you're just outside passing out candy, you know what I'm saying? You got that out there. You can just like rap while you're passing candy out or whatever. Like it sets the vibe the more that you hear from it. The dope thing is that you do have many volumes of this, right? So you could put all of them on a playlist and put it all in shuffle and just kind of like vibe out on Halloween with it. And or even if you're in more of a just horrorcore mood outside of Halloween, getting into that vibe with these beats do make it feel more familiar, so it's not bad. And let me see. Guys, ready before asking like a dummy? No, it's all good. So just let me know which. He said just play. I don't give a fuck. All right. So when that one comes up, we'll make sure. When that one comes up, we can make sure it's not a time where you know the video. All right, let's get back into the free line right about now. Once again, let's see. Let's go up. We go up again. I think we did that. All right, Jaden, we got you up. Let me just put that over there. Hopefully, I don't know if I want to remove the Spotify right now. Let me see. All right, Jaden Williams with This One's for Jude. Section got a Queen kind of vibe for a second. could see James Gunn using this on like Peacemaker or a Guardians movie. All right, my good sir. 1 in 10 any of y'all feedback is welcome. So with that, with this, what I appreciate is like you are what I consider like the modern day, maybe like Say Anything, The Cure, and Death Cab for Cutie. If you listen to all their music, there are elements that like sort of almost make up different parts of you that you kind of embody within the records that I hear, right? And I appreciate what you do because it's very emotional. You get into like a real place. You're willing to do records that are very different from a lot of what people will send to the show. And it puts you in a different kind of environment while listening, right? I always love to imagine what the music video and different things like that would be like. That's, you know, one element that we still do need to hear from that. And you know, again, thank you for not being repetitive. Thank you for the variation of vocals, performance, just like everything that you guys decide to add to any record where there isn't just a very small amount of work done. We get impressed, we appreciate the work there, and so keep that up, essentially, man. Of course, again, we are going to expect eventually to see you perform that live with a band, and hopefully that is something that we will get to see. Somehow I feel like this is not real. Whatever this is. Is it? Somehow I'm scared. I'm scared. Was that a knock in the... Oh, that was it. Oh, hold on.
Go into the fold and turn website layouts into an art form with Wix Studio. Create the grid you want, shaping every section intuitively. And get down to detail with the total control and pixel-perfect precision your vision requires. Repeat your designs at scale to get the momentum your project needs. With all the flexibility to adapt your layout across screen sizes.
So that was more of a meme thing. We shouldn't clap for that, but like, there's nothing to say. There's nothing to say. It was Not really a submission as far as I'm concerned or whatnot, right? Just has random sounds and then a random thing at the end. More to get a reaction. And that is it, right? I will just simply remind you guys that when it does come to you guys sending to the show, hold on, let me look for the right one. When it does come to you guys sending to the show, I would really try to make something real, right? Make an actual song that we can truly grade you on, help you out with, guide you through some actual artistry or whatnot. Because really taking that time to, whether you're making a beat or you are making a song, trying things out in different genres, it's fun to see what ideas that different artists and producers have, right? So the meme thing is one way, but I feel like I still want to see the artistry within it. Figure out that way to have fun and do your thing. We'll play this, we'll roll out, and then we'll be back tomorrow as per usual.
If there's one thing about me, it's that I don't give a fuck. Never ask for your feelings, I ain't begging for your trust. You can teach a bit to fly, I swear I wouldn't blink. Walk on water and I still won't give a fuck. What you, I don't give a fuck about the niggas. I don't give a fuck about them hoes. I don't give a fuck if you was hating. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Sending bricks to Pakistan. Okay, cool. She was selling pics on OnlyFans. Okay, cool. That nigga rap. They say he the truth. That's good for him. You should link and get him in the stew. Well, suck a dick. I ain't trying to hear his trials or his latest tribulations. I'm trying to get through mine until I find my elevation. Pissy artists sick, bitching about their situation. Pity parties with your niggas miss me with that invitation. Give a fuck about a bitch that tried to claim I wasn't Mr. Holy Plastic with their actions. Tell that bitch to go and figure. Why she thought she had a sucker, but I knew she wasn't gripping. Kept it beat till she got the D. Her move became a shifter. Embedding beats with gems, I'm forever in the ring. You vocal about your hand, but you never let it sing. Accolades don't mean a thing if we don't care about what you bring. If you ain't welding waves, then our paths could never be in sync. If there's one thing about me, it's that I don't give a fuck. Never ask for your feelings, I ain't begging for your trust. You can teach a bit to fly, I swear I wouldn't blink. Walk on water and I still won't give a fuck. What you, I don't give a fuck about them niggas. I don't give a fuck about them hoes. I don't give a fuck if you was hating. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
Thinking about them days my niggas pray we would all make it. I could take you out this place, don't turn to snake, cause I can't take it. They can't link me to those plays, there is no play, that's how I played it. I can't trust these people, so I'm wary when I'm faded. They ain't know I wasn't diamond, I had work, I was always jaded. I can't sleep if I got ops.
Danny Ray, you're like
I had light, I was always raiding. Run that beat, I was always raiding. Server beat,
1 second late.
cut him down like he just got gated. I don't know what they want me to do, but I know what I seen and I know what it be like. A nigga like me hate a nigga like you, cause a nigga like you can't even hit a scheme, right? You wouldn't even take that shot with the beam, right? Might as well retire, go green, live a clean life. Get him with a rough draft, you don't need a rewrite. Snuff that boy, flame out cold and dare his peeps to read like that. That's crazy crew, it be like that. I watched him pull his piece like that. I'ma watch that boy cause he like that. I'm a dash of red, I'm supreme like that. He might die for the team like that. Add that up, get the mean like that. And I don't know why I dream like that, I guess.
Think about me, is that I don't give a fuck. Never ask for your feelings, I ain't begging for your trust. You can teach a bit to fly, I swear I wouldn't blink. Walk on water and I still won't give a fuck. What you, I don't give a fuck about them niggas. I don't give a fuck about them hoes. I don't give a fuck if you was hating. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
I like that right there. I like that right there. All right, so first and foremost, I like that. Little bit of a potential group record, anthem record, a Three Horsemen, Three Horsemen record, like whatever the Three Amigos. You know, only reason I don't like saying that is because you just immediately think of the Migos, but like the Three Amigos was something completely different, man. And I appreciate what each artist did within there, right? That first verse was funny, had some comedic elements within it, man. Did your thing, but each artist got on and had a nice contrast between each other. Chorus is catchy. It has a lot of energy and hype within it. At first, it made me feel like it had a similar sound to Silk the Shocker when he would go into that yell mode and stuff like you know what I'm saying? Like if you remember Silk the Shocker, he had a very specific sound. Not the stuttering thing that he would do, just the like when he would raise his voice a little bit and get in that energetic mode. You know, he had that kind of energy. So it reminded me of him when I was hearing that aspect. I don't know if anybody else ever heard and then thought that same thing, but that's what was going on in my mind. And you'd have to hear enough Silk the Shocker to really even know that that's a thought. He said, and I was on the hook too, and so that. Were you trying to channel Silk the Shocker in any way in that realm?
Bro, it's 2 in the morning, fell asleep and I'm yawning, waking up on the lawn, I'm seeing blue and orange. People follow me to school and copy me until I stopped and put my music on. I'm just crawling like a zombie, gnawing on a Nazi, probably in his uniform. Born identity, homie, you've been warned. My brain is so...
Bye! Again, we'll see you guys tomorrow. And continue the show. Make sure you follow us on all platforms: TikTok, YouTube, Twitch. Facebook and IG. We are on it all. Right, man? We'll see you guys freaking later or whatnot. Check out and enjoy our posts and shorts and all the